Hello. This is working.
Is it?
It is. Now I just need to make this part work. Now we're streaming.
Visual.
Now it's working. Alright. What are we looking at today?
Things that I got from my kitchen.
Things that you got from your kitchen.
Yes, things that I would eat. And 2 things that I did steal from the front office. Not from my kitchen.
Well,
Dr. Stone got a haircut.
this has been this way for a while. You just haven't seen me.
It's because he wears that hat all the time. It like hides him. He's like, have you ever seen Adventure Time? Where Finn takes off his hat and it's like flowing golden hair.
This is the reverse of that?
Yeah.
I actually have never seen Adventure Time.
You haven't? Have you seen the regular show?
The regular show?
Yeah, there's like a blue jay and a raccoon and they're friends.
Oh, I recognized them if I saw them, but I didn't know that was the name of their show.
Oh, yeah.
Um,
I used to love that.
how long ago was it?
I was still living at my dad's house, so it was like a long time ago.
Oh. What is this? What?
It's a raisin.
Are you sure?
Wait, yeah.
It's the middle one?
Yep.
It's a raisin.
Yep.
What are these?
I don't know.
What have you put in these raisins?
I don't know. Del Maximus here. How do you do, fellow nerds?
Hello, Del.
And he said, hey, haircut.
What? This is my hair from all the time.
Hi, Sharlock. It's nice to see you.
Look at this.
Are you a shamrock?
Look at this. There's like weird crystals.
Maybe it's the salt or the sugar or whatever they get processed with, you know.
Wait, you got raisins with sugar?
I got raisins. I don't know what kind of raisins they were. The box said raisins, and
Sun-Maid.
that's what they were. Sun-Maid, yeah.
Just a plain old like purple raisin.
Yeah, we're looking at a raisin, Del.
It's a raisin to be.
Andalore, you don't like raisins?
I mean, a lot of people don't like raisins in their cookies.
That's kind of cool. Wait, you should edit that so it looks like frosty snow, and then don't tell people it's a raisin.
Does it look like frosty snow?
It looks like frost, like Jack Frost, or like a metal.
I wish we could put a snowflake in the SEM, but the cryo stage was like another $30,000 and I didn't have it, so we didn't get the cryo stage. I apologize in advance. Maybe if we had more subs, you know.
Sharlock, you guys put raisins into rice? See, you keep giving me hints on where you live.
Oh, you can put raisins in rice, yeah. What's wrong with that?
I'm trying to figure out where it's from, because I'm insane. No, I'm bored of it already. Raisins are good. Oatmeal raisin cookies are probably up there.
We should do this so you could see Mallory. There you go. Now we don't have 2 disembodied voices, just one person talking and the other person visible.
Raisins are not gross, Rihanna. Don't say that nonsense in my presence. See, that's such a cool picture. I don't know what Metal Gear Solid is.
It's a video game.
Okay, well, I don't know what it is, but that kind of reminds me of the name.
I'm gonna take the picture because it's what you want. And then I'm gonna call it Metal Gear Solid Raisin.
Okay, Sharlock93 said we have 3 guesses to where he lives, and you get 5 subs if you get it right. That sounds like a Saw movie.
Wait, are we gonna we're gonna get clues?
Yeah, we haven't, well, it puts raisins and rice. And it was 9 p.m. one time when it was like 2 or 3 where we were. So he's somewhere in like...
India.
What?
I'm not guessing formally, by the way.
Oh.
I'm gonna start with India, though.
I don't know what Metal Gear Solid is. Doc, please fire this person.
Aww.
Why should I know? I'm gonna go look.
I have better reasons to fire Mallory than that.
That's fair. Metal Gear Solid. Oh.
Oh, I'm getting a phone call? Is that what that noise is?
Yeah, not me.
Are you sure?
Hi, dangling. No, that's.
Oh, it's just a spam.
Sometimes I like to answer them.
You like to answer the spam?
Yeah.
Whatever for?
Because sometimes
You tell them, please call me a bunch now? Because I'm a number that you can actually call?
I just want to be spoken to.
Oh, you just want someone to talk to?
Breaded Shrimp says, hello.
Hey, we're being rated.
OpenSet is rating at the party of 39. That was scary. Hi, OpenSet.
Hi, OpenSet. Thank you for the rate. This is such a surprise. I mean, we did talk about you rating about 2 hours ago. Welcome in, everybody. We are looking at some stuff in the scanning electron microscope, and today we're just looking at whatever Mallory wanted, and in this case, Mallory wanted to look at a raisin.
I was hungry at the time.
And things that she found around the kitchen. So, you know, don't ask why we're looking at raisins. We just are. So this was, what did you want me to call it?
Spiky ice ball.
I thought it was like Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid.
Okay. Metal Gear Solid.
Oh my gosh, please follow it.
Raisin.
Devil Maker, thank you for joining the Diatom Army. Newt Newt. Metal Grape Solid.
Metal Grape Solid. We're looking at the surface of a raisin. And if you're asking yourself, why? Well, the answer to that is Mallory. But
you should see how I labeled everything. Well, you
I
saw.
did see how you labeled everything. But if you're asking yourself, why does that raisin look like it's got razor blades on the surface or something? The answer is I don't actually know. I guess maybe it's the sugar that's crystallizing on the surface.
It is kind of crunchy.
I mean, that is really, like, angular for a raisin.
Aww. Wait, hold on.
Look at this. So I'll zoom out in case you don't believe that it's
thank you, Glyphtanoid.
If you don't believe it's a raisin, I can zoom out. Unfortunately, because we're in a scanning electron microscope, I can only zoom out so far. But let me see. Let me show you what I can do. Like we can go farther away. I think this is the farthest we can get away is like 30, yeah, like 38. So that's as far as I can get away. But you'll have to believe me that when you look at the whole thing, it's actually a raisin.
As opposed to part of it, then it's something else.
Metal
Grape Solid.
Yeah, I mean, you could believe it's a raisin now, right? I mean, if you saw it, you'd be like, oh, maybe a raisin, because it's got these big dimples in it. But we're so close to it, and it's covered with all these weird, like, crystalline things. It's kind of crazy.
Hold on. Many people have said things. Breaded Shrimp said, why is he trying to fire the star of the show? Glockle said, haha, look at those diatoms attacking and whatnot. Andalore said, is Mallory lonely enough to talk to spammers? Someone please help her. Then a bunch of people
she can talk to me, she just chooses not to.
Yeah,
she'd rather talk to random robots on the phone.
I'm a hermit. I don't leave like a shell. I'm actually a hermit crab, not just any kind of hermit. Metal Grape Solid, saying welcome to each other. Here's a hint. I'm from the same place as Sniper Wolf and Metal Gear. Well, I'm just going to Google that. Well,
I mean, somebody in the channel probably just knows the answer to that one. There's got to be a Metal Gear fan in the channel. Especially now. How you doing, Jess? I know we rated you last night. It's nice to see you in the channel. The slideshow is other stuff that I've looked at. Most of it's things that you can find on my Instagram page for the lab. So there's a link to my Instagram page. I know that I think you already followed me from Instagram, but for other people. So there's some things down there that I've colorized, and of course the scanning electron microscope doesn't have any color because it doesn't use light. But I take some of my spare time and I put the samples after we collect images of things into Lightroom, Adobe Lightroom, and I make them look like they're in color, and sometimes just crazy colors. I don't try to make them look realistic because they're already kind of crazy small, and hard to figure out what you're looking at. So no sense in me trying to make it look like the actual item. But today we're just looking at some random things. Sometimes we do science. I put us in just chatting so people didn't grief us for like not putting science things on the SEM. But I feel like sometimes people just want to see things, and you don't generally have access to the scanning electron microscope. So I thought it would be nice if I gave you some access to my scanning electron microscope. And Mallory's my lab technician and a student here at Indiana State. And she picked out the things that we're going to look at today. So if you hate raisins, and
we're not only looking at raisins, you're making it sound like...
We're not just looking at raisins.
We actually have 7 different raisins.
Should clarify, we only have 1 raisin, and we have 7 items on the carousel. But we started with the raisin because...
Deep Sea Jess just raided with a party
Oh,
of 12. Hi,
another
Deep Sea
raid.
Jess.
Hi, Deep Sea. We had 2 Jesses. They're both science people. Hi, Deep Sea Jess. How you doing? I poked my head in your channel a little bit earlier, but I was sort of scrambling to get things together. Thank you for the follow. Last week I left my microphone at home, and then I had no end of people complaining about how they had to hear me with their volume turned all the way up or whatever because it was coming through the camera's microphone. And so while I was at it, I left the microphone home again today, but I scrambled home and I went and got the microphone and came back, and I made it home and back in...
Thanks, Maximax.
In 18 minutes, which I think is a record for me, and I didn't break any laws.
You didn't speed?
I don't speed.
Do you speed like
Never.
a normal amount?
Never.
That's not true.
Never
You've driven on
speed.
the highway, you've never gone above 70?
I drive 72 from here to Indianapolis. I never go any faster than 2 miles over the speed limit.
That's speeding still.
It's not really.
Well, it is.
The error,
Well, it is, though.
the error on your speedometer is at least 5%.
One time...
And if I'm driving 70 miles an hour, that is less than 5%. And I would have a legal case if I were to go to jail or court or whatever. If I would get arrested, I would be like, oh, your radar detector also has an error of more than 5%. So the value that you're getting is wrong.
When I was 16, I told my Spanish teacher that I would never go above the speed limit, and she said, honey, if you don't go at least 5 miles above, you're going to get hit. And
you can drive just fine. Old people drive way slower than that, and they do just fine.
Ballerberg 9000 said he is just a rich guy and his daughter with his private SEM in his basement. Actually, that's true. We are in a basement right now.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are.
None of those things are true. I am not... Well, let me rephrase that. I am a guy. So, that's it. In that whole sentence of things from Ballerberg, you got one part right. I am a guy.
Hey, Doc, have you ever
that's
asked for sources for research purposes?
Sources? What do you mean?
Yep, the TAC is usually a bit optimistic. It's like getting a blood test. I'm very confused as to what that sentiment was regarding. What is like a blood test? But there's 2 readings now for speeding. We are in a bunker, actually.
It's a Leica bunker.
Yeah.
This whole building was built shortly after the Kent State riots, and all of the in the original building construction, they made everything like a bunker, and all of the faculty offices are together with no windows and these big concrete sort of bunker blocks around them. And the classrooms, this is totally true. When I first got here, I went and looked in one of the classrooms, and there was a little like crank handle on through one of the block walls, and I was like, what the heck is this for? And someone told me they used to have metal shutters that you could crank that would come down and cover over the windows.
The front window?
Yeah,
Like
the windows
office?
in the, not the office windows, on the outside.
Windows to all the entire building?
Outside the classrooms, there were these metal shutters that you could
Really?
crank, and the shutters would come and they'd close over the windows so that, if people started shooting or whatever, you could be protected. And they took them off eventually when they redid refurbished the building. And they also got rid of
Should've
um,
kept it.
the little cranks aren't there on the walls anymore, but there's still a little hole where the crank went. And if you go like into some of those classrooms that are on the far side of this floor, you'll still see the hole where it goes through to the outside. It's got something in it now, but they had a little crank you could use to raise these metal shutters up to cover over the windows. So
Should've
that's
kept
pretty
that.
cool.
That would have been a good thing to keep, I feel.
I mean, maybe
building?
in retrospect, maybe we actually could use those today. I mean, I don't think when they planned it, there was a lot of people who were shooting each other at schools.
Thanks,
but
Frosty Rambo. Appreciate it.
exactly, pandemic. You could just batten down the hatches. It's exactly it.
The building my grandfather's office was in at UVA had a nuclear bomb shelter in it.
Yeah. I mean, they build things to sort of adjust to the times, but and so nowadays they probably are just building things with like,
Paper
active
and-
shooter safe rooms or something in them. I don't know.
It's great because my dorm room, you can literally, well, when I still lived in the dorms, the walls are like paper thin. I feel like if I tried hard enough, I could kick through it.
Really?
Yeah, they're made out of cinder blocks, but I'm sure I could,
Have you been working out?
I do. Actually, I am very buff.
I
See?
don't. I don't think that's true. I'm gonna move us back up.
Doc, do you have any chocolate around? I want to see what chocolate looks like under the zoomy thing.
Oh,
Probably
you
not
know
like
what?
Much.
I don't have any
I
chocolate.
had chocolate. I made the executive decision not to bring it.
You know who to blame.
It probably doesn't look like anything. It doesn't have much texture to it. It's smooth,
You might say that about a raisin.
I think I would say the opposite about a raisin.
I mean, not that it's
Their
not.
whole thing is that they've got texture.
No, but it's like pretty smooth. I wonder if we could get really in.
Dell
on-
said, "Who would say a raisin is smooth?" Thank you, Dell. This is like the first time
It's-
someone's backed me up on something I said about an observation. I
It's
feel
pretty
different.
smooth when you get to the micro scale. I mean, this is one of the smoother things we've probably looked at.
How long does the gold plating take? Is it like taking a photograph?
We put things in the
Gold
sputter coater, which is the
Oh,
tool that we
okay.
use to sputter coat things with gold, so that we can put them under the scanning electron microscope and have them not get all charged
Oh,
up.
what the hell?
And typically, we sputter coat them for about a minute and 25 seconds, or a minute and 15 seconds, or sometimes I forget they're in there and it's like 3 minutes. But it doesn't take very long to sputter coat something. So if we had some chocolate, like someone wants to bring me some chocolate, we could
I
stick
have
it in there
chocolate
today.
chips.
You had chocolate chips?
I literally looked at the bag and I thought, do I want to take those? And then I said, no. And then I just kept going.
You know who to blame.
Um,
It's not me.
Everything here is made of wood and materials made to withstand earthquakes. We don't get too many of those.
We
don't get too many of those.
Yeah, but we are pretty close to
To a fault
the
line.
New Madrid fault line. And we have gotten really small earthquakes here before. But
Doc, you are sweet enough to replace the chocolate, so just put a piece of your finger under it. That's really romantic, Charlotte. Thank you.
except for the part where you want me to chop my finger off.
Just a piece of it.
I actually cut a little piece of my finger the other day.
My ex-boyfriend did the same thing. He was cooking at like, I think he worked at like
My
Subway.
piece is much smaller.
No, he cut off like an angled like piece of his finger.
No, I just like nicked myself.
Oh.
But go ahead with your story about your boyfriend cutting his finger
Ex-boyfriend.
off.
No.
Ex-boyfriend.
He worked at like it was like Subway, I think. I don't remember. But anyway, he was cutting something and he cut off a piece of his finger and he could like see the bone.
Oh.
And he had to like go to the hospital and all they did was stitch it up. I don't know how you'd even stitch it, but that's beside the point.
When I was young, back in the day,
Yeah.
I worked at SeaWorld in Ohio.
Yeah.
You
You worked at SeaWorld?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
I made sandwiches though.
Oh.
I didn't actually like.
I didn't capture it.
I didn't. I worked in a little sandwich shop,
Mm.
but there was like we had these little like cliques of people. Like we were the sandwich shop people, and then there was like a person who was across the way that made lemonade, and there was a person across the way that did popcorn, right? Because people have to buy stuff. And there was a girl at the lemonade stand who had somehow put her hand into the thing.
Oh no!
And cut her hand really badly.
Ooh.
And I was so impressed with one of the guys that I worked with. I don't remember his name anymore because it's been a really long time, but he was so calm. Normally, he was just like cracking jokes the whole time we were there. Like he kept us entertained, right? He was just like a joke teller, like just a complete funster. And then when she came like in with her hand like covered with like a rag or something, but she'd cut herself really badly. He was like the calmest person, and he just like guided her over to the first aid station or whatever so they could get her to the hospital. I think they sewed her finger back on, but I was just like, not me. Dude, you chopped your finger off, that's your mistake, you're gonna have to live with it. Or find the calm guy, because I don't want to see your finger parts. If it's just a flesh wound like this. So this, I was actually using a little razor blade, and I was cutting a sample. And while I was cutting the sample was cutting me. So I got a little nick, but it's just a tiny little bit. I didn't have to get surgery.
That's okay. That's good. I'm happy for you that you.
I know.
Okay, a bunch of people have said stuff. Hold on.
After that story. This is why we're on Just Chatting today. I'm just chatting. I'm chatting while we talk over top of
What's the number 2 spot after the raisin? Oh my gosh, stop talking.
We're in the number...
Stop talking! Not you. Not you, the people in the chat. Sorry.
We're in the number 7 spot, just so you know. We start with 7, and then we go to 1. So...
Jan said nudies.
Nudies?
Like newt, but with the IES. Not like nudies.
Oh, I thought maybe he wanted to see nudies.
I'm from the Midwest. Sorry, we don't pronounce our T's. That was a dangerous situation to put me in. Trader Joe's.
I was a little confused at first. I thought, is she asking for nudies?
Well, here's an example. Like, I'd say Trader Joe's, and I'd say someone's a traitor.
Trader?
Trader.
Yeah.
Like you're a traitor, but also Trader
a trader and a traitor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One more reason to fire her dog. The list gets longer.
Do you know?
Got a little extra on their sub.
My sister doesn't pronounce her T's either. My younger sister, she says like the word mitten. She says mitten. Like mitten. The first 2 syllables and the last she said mitten.
Mitten.
No T's. Not mitten. Not mitten. Not with a T. Not mitten.
I love my mittens.
Yeah, and also like mountain without any T's. Mountain. Yeah, with no T. Like there's no T in it.
That's how I say it. What's wrong with the mountain?
I'm just saying. She doesn't say mountain. She says mountain. And mitten.
Butter.
We lived in the same house growing up.
Butter.
Butter. How
Butter.
How did we grow up in the same... Not you and me, but like how did me and my little sister grow up in the same house and she doesn't pronounce T's?
She's cultured. No, I'm kidding.
Who's cultured? Also, my whole family, I'm just going to tell you right now, they call it pop. And when I go home, I'm like, pop. Give me some soda. And they're like, what are you talking about?
He's not like other girls. He says soda. Hi, Cinnamon. Cinnamon 1, 2.
Hi. Metal grape solid.
Dr. B.
2.
Mika jumped in out of nowhere clarifying from something long before, and he said he cut his hair last week.
I did, thank you. And it's Micah. I know you're still getting it wrong. You're still getting it wrong.
Send newts.
Send newts. I did send newts. I sent some. I actually sent newts out earlier this week to Dell Maximum. And my friend Anna. Button.
I say it to you, that one. I say button.
Not button.
Button.
With T's. What's the thing that's back here called? This thing.
A butt.
A butt. Is it called a butt with T's or is it butt?
A butt.
A butt.
A butt. Stop it! I'm a person.
I'm not making fun of you.
Oh my gosh, he's clarifying again. Actually, it's pronounced Mike.
Mike?
You're making stuff up now. You know what? You lied to us the first time. We tried to fix ourselves. Now you lie again. Okay,
Just keep
Nikkei.
changing it, and then we'll stay on our toes, and then we'll constantly correct it.
Can't you see a human egg with the naked eye or with a magnifying glass? I don't think you can.
A human egg?
Usually it's
Do
surrounded.
humans lay eggs?
Women ovulate.
Oh, those kinds of eggs.
Yeah.
I thought maybe I was confused about
Well,
something.
okay, I'll be honest.
Can we
I
go
was-
to the next one?
Yeah.
What is it?
The
Number 1.
If you go to number 1, it should be flour.
Flour.
Now, let's see. When I first when,
You mean flour, the thing you find in the kitchen, right?
Yeah, flour.
I'm not
Flour.
not criticizing your pronunciation.
Well, hold on. How would you say flour versus flour?
They're pronounced the same.
Okay, good. Unless they meant the lizard people then lay eggs. They lay eggs. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Some of those people, maybe they do lay eggs. I don't know.
This stuff looks like clay to me.
We
how
haven't even
clay-
seen it yet.
I already looked up a picture of it on the internet. I was impatient.
Do you know?
Flour?
So this is fleur.
It's flour.
This kind of fleur.
I love flour.
The fleur you mix with butter, and you make butter, and you make cookies.
Do I want dinosaur chicken? No, I'm going out to eat with my friend tonight. Well, we're gonna buy
Friend.
food. Actually, it is my friend this time.
Friend.
No, it is my friend this time. It's
Oh, did
Brooke.
you get degraded? Is that what happened? Did it get degraded to friend?
No, no,
Did somebody get stepped down?
no. I'm gonna keep quiet. It is called human egg. Could you
Hu-
clarify that sentence for me?
Human egg.
Human. Can you clarify that? Doc, what is your go-to breakfast sandwich?
I don't eat sandwiches for
I
breakfast.
don't eat breakfast.
I usually don't eat breakfast, but when I do,
But when I do.
it's cereal or French toast. Or if my wife is making biscuits or waffles or pancakes, any of those are fine.
That's not healthy, Doc. Eat your breakfast. I'm not getting friend
Who's
zone.
giving me food advice?
Sharlock is.
Okay.
I'll eat a banana for breakfast, but I ran out of bananas, so I don't eat breakfast anymore.
Here's the thing. So we're looking at flour, just for clarification for people who are caught up in us talking about breakfast foods. When I wake up in the morning,
You think of flour.
no, I'm not hungry.
You're not?
No, not for like 2, maybe 3 hours. I'm not hungry at all. If I'm eating breakfast, it's because somebody's putting it in front of me normally.
The amount of food that some people eat for breakfast is unreal to me. Because, like, how can you sit down and, like, eat, like, a full plate of food? And usually it's, like, at least in the United States, okay? Breakfast foods are, like, greasy, or it's, like, fruit, or, like, super sweet, like, stuff like that. I cannot eat that. So I'll have, like, people who want to go out to eat brunch and stuff, I'll have to order, like, a burger with fries at, like, 10:30 in the morning because I cannot...
Do you get an egg on it?
No, I cannot eat that
They
much
make burgers
grease.
with eggs on them.
Or I'll get like a shredded, like a chicken sandwich,
You get lunch for breakfast.
Yeah, but I can't.
Will you eat breakfast
It's so
for
gross.
dinner?
I don't like it. I'll eat it if it's there. If that's the only thing I can do.
What if it's like a frittata or a quiche?
Yeah, I could do that, but I just can't eat like the greasy food that early in the morning. It makes me feel like trash all day.
Like hash browns?
Yeah, kinda.
I like hash browns.
That is what a friend zone person would definitely say, Mallory.
Here's
I'm
so.
gonna bully.
So I don't want to talk about all of my bad eating behaviors, but sometimes like before, well, I guess since we've had our daughter too, sometimes my wife or my wife and daughter will go places, and I'll be left home by myself, and if I'm really busy, I don't eat breakfast, and then I'm working through lunch and I forget to eat lunch, and sometime around dinner I get super hungry.
And you'll eat like a.
But I'm so hungry it's like painful, right?
Yeah.
And so I can't eat very much because I'm like, ugh. And then so I don't eat very much, or sometimes I just don't eat at all. And then I'm still working because I get focused and I forget to eat dinner, and then it's too late to eat. Like it's 10:30 or whatever, and I'm like, I'm not gonna make myself a meal now. And I'll go to bed, and then I'll wake up the next day, and I'm not hungry for like 3 hours again. And so sometimes I'll go like like a day and a half without eating because I'm busy working and I just forget.
You just get used to not eating if you don't
Yeah.
eat. It's not that you shouldn't eat.
It's not something I recommend. It's just something that like I forget. And it's not like I can't make myself meals. I do. It's just that like like when I'm super focused on something and I'm like, oh, the house is quiet, I can actually get some sort of work done, and I'll just be like zoned in on it, and all interest in eating disappears usually when that happens.
Open set says, I'm also never hungry at all when I wake up in the morning. I typically don't eat until I've been awake for 5+ hours. Before that,
Ditto.
it's coffee or tea only. I drink a lot of water. I'll do that in the morning.
That's a-
Andalore says grease is supposedly good for hangovers. I don't think either one of us has those.
I don't drink, or not very much. And
Breakfast.
she only drinks water and juice.
I only
so-
drink water and Splash Cooler Capri Suns.
And disease sons. She
Disease
drinks.
Suns.
She drinks those.
French toast is the best breakfast. That's true. If I had to eat breakfast food, it'd
French
be
toast is where I would start.
It's really good.
There's only one thing that's better than French toast, which is, or comparable to French toast to me, which is, why is this white sands? This should say kitchen.
Fasting is supposed to be good for
Kitchen.
you anyway.
Which is, sometimes my wife will make this like family recipe thing that she has called apple pancakes, but they're not pancakes. Like, like we think of a pancake in the U.S. as like sinkers, those things that you buy that are, or you make that are basically dough. These are,
Potato?
no, it's like an egg, sort of an eggy souffle thing with apples in it. It's amazing. And then it has a crust. So, but it's sweet. But you wouldn't put like syrup on it. It already is like sweet. Anyway, I don't know how it separates from a pancake, but it's called apple pancake.
Why do we all have such bad eating habits, guys? We should fix this.
Flour.
Charlotte says fasting activates your starvation system. You gain a lot of weight. Sometimes, Cinnamon said, I sometimes get obsessed with fasting. Del Maxim is back and forth from a work call, and then he comes in the middle of us talking about starving. He's like, how's everyone doing? Charlotte, as someone
Actually, I
who's
haven't
done
eaten
month-long
today.
fasting,
Did I eat today? I don't think I ate today yet.
I only drink Kool-Aid. Cooking stream when? Drink water. I only drink the Kool-Aid. It was Flavor-Aid. That's my pedantry of the day. They couldn't afford Kool-Aid in Jonestown. In Europe, that's exactly what we call a pancake. Yeah, and diet soda makes you hungrier.
Wait, the thing I'm talking about is a pancake?
I don't even know. They just keep going. Every time I read one, another one pops up.
It's so frustrating when there's people talking and I have to read it.
No, I'm kidding.
We would like to delightfully have company here with us chatting. If Mallory misses something,
I'm struggling.
it's because she doesn't read very quickly.
Yeah, I'm actually very slow in the brain. I read 1 word per minute.
Whew.
Yeah. What you just saw earlier, that was the culmination of 20 minutes of... No, I'm kidding. About different people's bodies respond to different things. So, like...
I'm going to move to the next stub.
Yeah.
Because flour's kind of boring.
Yeah, it is.
What's on there?
2 should be sweetener.
2. Sweetener?
Mm-hmm. It was supposed to be sugar, but we only had fake.
This is fake sugar?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have real sugar to compare. Mike said, that's a cool service
It's
pattern. Then
Micah.
he said, oh, there it goes. He clicked away. Yes, either the pancakes I eat are the ones you described with apples or sometimes with bacon and onions. Also,
Is that Jans?
Is Opanzel.
Who?
Opanzel.
Oak?
Openzel? Openzel?
Openzel?
Yeah, Opanzel.
Oh,
In
Openzel.
your name.
Opanzel.
High fructose corn syrup. Some gal made a selfie with SCR.
I don't know what they're saying. I don't know what you're saying either.
Neither do I.
Okay.
I'll eat fruit. Why would I eat
Fruit
such
for breakfast?
Jan said, why would I eat such abominations? Ballerberg, are you good? Is someone typing for you? Blink twice if you need help. I can't see it, but, someone might.
This is what people put in their iced tea and coffee instead of sugar.
It's pretty exciting.
Sugar.
I soak all the produce for video. Giftanoid. I have no idea what you're talking about. What are you soaking? They stuck their head into an SEM and made a selfie. It's not big enough for my big head, so
Yeah,
that's not gonna
you
happen.
can't do that. It does
Also,
have a camera though
it'll dirty
that looks
it.
in there. This little IR camera that's on the outside that looks into the chamber, but ours is too small to stick your head into. You can stick your
No.
hand in there. Not while it's running though.
Non-caloric sweeteners are bad for you. Says who?
I mean, the person just said it. You should know who says it.
No, it was Saurolosaurus. Are you gonna come down here, BT Dubs?
BT dubs.
BT Dub?
BT dubs.
It is true, freckled chemist made a selfie. She must have created it with Photoshop, because I don't think that's possible, unless she
They
can
could have a
come here.
chamber that's bigger than that. They come in bigger sizes.
No, I'm gonna pretend like they can't, because I've already said it, and now I'm in
Oh,
too far.
okay.
Baller with an SEM. I'll ask her about it. I think it's something else. Sarah is checking her vials real quick. She'll be down soon. Okay, doke.
We're
Can you
gonna
bring a
have
lizard,
company. Yeah, can you bring a lizard
please?
or something chocolate?
No chocolate. I don't like chocolate. I only like it in chocolate chip cookies.
What?
I only like chocolate and chocolate chip cookies.
There's something wrong with you
I
inside.
said what I said. Where is Elisor? Where is Rihanna? Have they perished? They went home.
Yeah, it's the end of the semester for us here. This is finals week, and you should thank Mallory for taking time out of her busy finals schedule week to sit here and read your comments to me and help me with my channel.
I took an exam this morning.
Fake sugar. Fake sugar. This is what fake sugar looks like in the scanning electron microscope.
Cinnamon said, "Why you get acne?" Oh, well, I don't like chocolate. Feck. I think that is probably. Thank you for the follow. I'm not gonna say your username. I hate that way that people like. You know that when people say instead of shit, they say schnikes or something like that. They have where people don't say it, but it's implied with a fake swear word.
You hate that?
Some of them are okay. Some of them I absolutely abhor. Fake sugar does bad things to my digestive system. I'm sorry. Oh, they're saying thank you.
To you?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm not being thanked.
Heart.
I didn't do anything.
Heart.
Are you making a heart with your head?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
The little K-pop emoji does this, so I do this.
Okay.
I don't like chocolate, and the list gets longer. I don't like chocolate because I used to be lactose intolerant, and so I would associate the taste of like milky things with like
You
a
see?
stomach ache.
Feck wants
So-
you to call him Fern.
Oh. Okay, Fern. Fern Gully.
Fern this site, dude.
Fern this site, dude. Fake sugar contributes to glucose intolerance. I'm intolerant already, so. The Bolshoi ballerinas will eat chocolate and are the best dancers on earth. I'm not afraid of gaining weight. That's not my problem.
Clearly. There we go. Substitute sugar number 2.
Also, I just don't take, like, it's the same way I don't like ice cream. I don't like super sugary things.
Yeah, there's something wrong with you
There's
inside.
nothing wrong with me. I don't
There
like,
is.
I don't like sugary, milky things. That's my problem.
Have you tried dark chocolate?
Dark chocolate?
It's not as sweet.
Bitter.
Yeah, it's not
don't
the
like-
kind you cook with.
I don't like bitter things.
Not the bitter chocolate you cook with.
I've tried dark chocolate and it's bitter.
Okay. It's alright. Live your life.
They also said maybe you'll like dark cocoa.
Yeah.
When I
It's
eat
not as
too
sweet. I guess is why I thought you might like it.
No, I don't like
What's on number 3? We're gonna move.
3 is salt.
Salt. No, it's what you've been waiting for.
You know, I'd never really noticed how it's cube shaped, but I did notice that it was cube. Will you stop doing this? I did not know it was cube shaped, and now I do. I'm learning
This is
things.
because you haven't had any geology classes.
The tastiest rock.
You know why it's cube shaped?
I knew that the. Why is it cube shaped?
I thought you were a chemistry major. This is the part that I don't get. Why is it cube shaped? Why are things the shape they are?
Because of how the molecules line up when they form a solid.
What's it composed of?
Salt, NaCl.
NaCl.
They're ionic.
And how are they arranged?
In a crystalline structure.
And what is their crystalline structure? It's a cube.
Okay, I knew it was like that at the chemical level, but I didn't know it
It's
would
that
look like
way
that
because that's a
visibly.
crystal of that object. It's gonna have the same shape. The crystalline shape is the same shape as the
chemistry of it, but I don't
arrangement.
like actively look at salt where I'm like holding it like this.
It's confusing to me how you could know the arrangement of it chemically, but not know that when you grow a crystal, it's gonna have that shape.
I don't know. See, you're bullying me.
I'm not bullying
I'm
you.
being bullied.
The crystal shape is because these are crystals of salt. They're going to have the same arrangement as the molecular
They're all just
arrangement.
saying cube over and over again.
Cube, cube, cube.
Haha, yes, thank you, Democritus. Who's Democritus? Is it pure salt or sea salt? The salt that I got for 99 cents in a package with pepper. I don't know what you just said. Fight Club win.
Do you know that
We don't talk
sea
about
salt,
Fight Club.
sea
First
salt and pure salt are the same chemically? They're just NaCl. So there's nothing special about sea salt versus a salt that came from a factory. And in fact, all salt is probably, even the stuff that's here is probably
Ooh.
originally sea salt.
Look at it.
Would you look at it?
Would you look at it?
Would you look at it?
Everything is feta cheese. Yeah.
It does look a little bit like cheese cubes. Like, if you were buying them from the grocery store or something.
There's trace minerals in sea salt, and Himalayan salt has iron.
Yeah, for the pink color. But I mean, it's just substituting one little iron occasionally in the crystal structure, and it's not like you need iron that badly, probably, if you eat food.
Someone said, I just want to pinch its cheek. Pinch of salt. Was that the joke? Because otherwise I didn't get it. It was funny.
This one up here looks like it has eyes.
Bye, Charlotte.
Are you leaving us?
Yeah, he said bye, nerds. Don't. See you later if we don't die. That sounds suspicious.
I mean,
Going on like a bank robbery or something. Don't tell us. Just do your thing.
right. We don't want to know if you're robbing a bank.
That's it.
The FBI is probably watching this stream because they want to know what's in Mallory's kitchen.
Yeah. Even Epsom salts. C has potassium chloride plus magnesium chloride. Salt keeps order because sodium and chlorine are so powerful.
Yeah. I mean, there's different types of salt. That's not usually the kind you eat, though. Sea salt that you eat is NaCl. I mean, it might have some other impurities in it, sort of wedged in there, because things that are the same size as sodium, for example, will replace the sodium in the crystal structure.
Sherlock said Iraq doesn't have any money to steal. Sorry, King.
Let's
Well,
take
you
a
just told us
picture.
where you're from now.
Take a picture.
I know you don't eat Epsom salt. KCl is sea salt. First of all, okay.
There are some different types of salt, but I think all the salt that you get, like on your food, that's sea salt, is still NaCl.
Can you name the file PJ salt?
PJ salt?
Mm.
PJ salt.
It just says PJ salt and then there's like a salt image.
Sure.
What is the... It's an emote you may not see on your phone. I'm not on my phone. I don't know.
She's got you there.
Oh, you're on the laptop. Get Chatterino. No, I can see... I can see it. It's called PJ Salt. I can see the emote. Oh no, we're loading. Oh, no, we're here. Yeah, this is actually my phone. Hello?
It may as well be. She doesn't answer her phone either.
I don't. Unless you're...
I sent her a message on Monday at like 4 p.m.
In my defense, the moon was full and I was unsupervised.
And she sent me back an answer to that like midnight.
Yeah, it's my flip phone. LOL am Twitch noob still, I guess. I love the new grammar that comes from like Twitter, and I guess it's on here too because I just read it on here, where it's like you just kind of talk backwards and it, I don't know.
Talk backwards?
Yeah, like he said, am noob, I guess. With a physical keypad too. Yeah. Every time she types in chat, it's using T9 input. Is that a calculator? Mikay said the moon was full. You a werewolf?
Actually, the moon wasn't full.
First of all, you don't know what the moon was.
I do.
No, you don't.
I do.
No, you don't.
I'm very aware
No, you
of
don't.
the moon's stage.
No, you don't.
That's a nice
No,
picture.
you don't!
That's a nice picture.
Yeah. They kind of look like sugar cubes that you feed to a horse.
Oh,
I haven't fed many horses.
those sugar
Actually, none.
cubes are not the crystal.
Yeah, they're sugared like this.
They're pushed into that shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's too young to know T9.
Salty.
Why talk backwards when upside down is so fun?
It's a good question.
Open said, thank you.
What OpenSet say?
He wrote that upside down. He said, why talk backwards when upside down is so fun?
Oh, I see.
When I was in kindergarten, I could spell and stuff. This one guy who worked at the daycare that I went to, he taught me how to write backwards and upside down and use both my hands to write in different directions at the same time.
Wait, I want to show this.
It's really useful. Show what?
This is salt, crystal, and if we zoom in,
There's saltier crystals.
they're still little cubes.
It's like those one
It's a
gifs on-
cubeception.
Take a picture of a cubeception. How can you show cubeception though? That's called the stigmata. They're learning. It's cubes all the way down. Hey, Meek W.
It's, yeah.
Miekwa.
I think maybe it's Mike.
Sea salt is still mostly NaCl. Apparently 10% can be other salts.
Yeah. Somebody wanted to argue with me about it, and I just stood up to them. It's
Yeah,
still
I was kind of
NaCl.
confused why people were saying that. I was like, salt is salt.
No, there's other types of salt,
No,
and I agree with
I don't
them
think so.
on that front. But sea salt's still NaCl for the most part.
It's crystal.
You have to evaporate it pretty hard in order to get some of the other things to come out in it. So
Hey, you drink a lot of seawater?
drink it.
Yeah.
No,
Is
it
it
will
bad?
kill you. It's poisonous.
Oh.
Did you not know that? Are you being funny?
No.
You've been in the water before at the ocean, right?
Yeah. I mean,
Did you drink some of it?
Some of it.
How much of it?
A bit. Anyway, Nikkei said, wait, it's all cubes? Always has been. Nested cubes. You'll barf first. She's
Yeah.
such a landlubber.
Why do you think people take fresh water
It
when
tastes
they...
good. What'd you say?
It tastes good? Which part tastes good? The sea salt water?
Yeah.
It does not.
It
Also,
does,
it's
though.
full of I don't know if you've watched Pacific Plankton streams, but that's not something you want in your mouth. It's all full of worms and rotifers and...
That's good for me. It's protein.
Well,
It's brackish and foul. You might want to check your dietary intake.
yeah.
You guys only see my shoulders and my head up, so you have no view on my health in any level, so you guys don't know how the things that are wrong with me. You think drinking seawater is gonna mess me up anymore, man?
It will.
Rotifer's rule. Do you have pica? Yeah, I actually eat tax for snacks.
Are you cold?
No, I just like it.
Okay. I just want to check. I don't have any control over the temperature. But I do have a coat, so you could, like, you know...
I also have a coat. I will put on, like, a scarf so I look like... Yeah, have you ever seen The Chronicles of Narnia?
The Chronic what?
The Chronicles of Narnia.
You didn't get my reference at all.
I know. Narnia, Mr... What's his name? Mr. Tumnus? I look like Mr. Tumnus when I have on my red scarf. I always remind myself of him. We want you to be thriving, not barely surviving. Our kidneys aren't efficient in getting rid of excess salt. Now, listen, I drink
Is that Dell? Or is that Open Set?
That was cinnamon.
Cinnamon, okay.
Well, listen.
You know you used to call Cinnamon MTV.
MTV Live, that's you?
Yeah, they changed their name.
Oh, I love your music videos. Anyway,
They don't play music videos anymore.
That's not my problem.
They play like Real Wives of New Jersey or whatever it is.
I love your Real Wives of New Jersey.
Cribs.
Listen, if you drink a little bit of seawater and you like go build up a tolerance, like in The Princess Bride, your kidneys will be stronger.
No.
I actually have infinitely strong kidneys.
No, that's not how that
They're
works.
like diamonds.
They will be like diamonds.
No.
Crystal on the inside.
It's not iocane powder. Prove me wrong. Sarah can't find lizards.
You can't find lizards to bring down here? Because I was really hoping you'd put one like on her
Can you
head.
Catch one? I would kill for that. I would kill to have a lizard sit on top of my head.
Who would you kill?
Probably the lizard, really.
My sister has a lizard.
She does? What kind?
I mean, I can't go
Really?
visit with her because she's got COVID right now, but...
Does that stop you from knowing what kind of lizard it is?
What are they called? The orange ones.
Oh yeah, that one. Is it a gecko?
No.
Is it a... You know, one time when I was cleaning out the bathrooms, I found a salamander when I was a lifeguard. It was chilling out. I'd catch it with a cup. It had some hair tied around its leg. I had to untie it and release it.
Doesn't Sarah know what that I'm talking about? They're like brown and orange.
You just said orange.
The brown and orange.
Is it a gecko?
No, it's some sort of dragon.
Is it a bearded dragon?
Oh, bearded dragon, yeah.
Those aren't orange. Those are like tan.
Orange
That was not you.
Orange and brown.
You're like orange, sand. That's the same.
Yeah.
A newt. It might have been a newt.
It wasn't a newt.
Well, you can't build up a resistance to win at a game of wits with a Sicilian when death is on the line.
Somebody looked up the quote.
It's Dill. They're all in jars, and I can't find my lizards. It's rude to borrow other lizards without asking. Could you do it anyway?
It's rude to... Where are the ones that you normally have? You've lost your lizard?
Oh! She's here, everyone.
She might not want to be on the camera. I don't know.
Guys, this is like Inception.
We've got a...
watching this and now I'm here.
It's the uncanny
Here you
valley,
are.
everyone.
Uh-huh.
This is Sarah.
Are
I can't
you
see
hiding
her.
from the camera?
Not necessarily.
Oh, okay.
Just pull up a seat.
Yeah, you can hang out with us.
I can hang out with you guys?
Yeah, welcome to the stream. Aren't you studying for an exam, though?
No, I just took my exam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Those stickers there are the ones that you won.
Yeah.
So
Excited.
take those.
Thank you.
That's the one you wanted, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay. Okay.
Jan says hi, Sarah. And Laura says hi, Sarah.
Wait, are you in this? Yeah, they can see her.
Oh gosh, I'm writing. All right.
You're in a good spot.
She is his aunt.
You're totally visible.
Ooh.
It's very, very infrequent that we could have somebody who normally is like in the channel visiting.
Right.
I know.
It's pretty cool.
It's kind of strange.
Yeah.
I feel like
You can see what things are like on this side,
yeah.
where I'm staring at the SEM screen instead of paying attention to
You need
chat.
to have like one of those like psychology, what do they call them? Researchers, psychology researchers, you know, they're like little talker things, they're little microphones, they're like, recorder, that's the word, and they're like, patient is looking a little nervous, patient is avoiding eyes.
We use those for our lizards for lizard research. When
Really?
they're doing like behavior stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Do you have a
Because
lizard?
I don't have a lizard, so all of my lizards are dead, and I couldn't find my lizards.
Why'd you do that?
And it's rude to.
All your lizards are
borrow.
Was
dead?
someone else's lizard alive?
Wait, you studied them dead or you killed them?
So I studied them back here when they were alive, and then they were used for another project.
Where they
and
killed them?
had to be killed for that.
That's sad.
Yeah, but not all my lizards. It was only a few of them.
I want to
Oh.
prosecute. Glockle said highlight my message, and then he highlighted the message that said highlight my message. Thank
Huh.
you, Glockle. That's pretty on brand.
Yeah.
Oh, it's A.
Yeah.
Hey, Glockle. Violet eggs. Bearded dragons can be orange.
See? They can be orange, aren't
But
they?
it's tan.
Bearded dragons?
Oh.
Bearded dragons, yeah. They've come up with really weird colors for bearded dragons. You can get like a tiger striped one too now.
Ha. Ha.
It's kind of like ball pythons.
My sister
That looks stupid.
has a
It looks like
lizard.
you got
It's
Cheeto
an
dust
orange
on it.
colored lizard.
That,
It's like brown and orange.
that
Yeah.
It's not quite that orange.
looks like it has Cheeto dust.
It's not quite that
It
orange.
took a dip in a Doritos
It's like
bag.
that plus tan together.
This, like this.
Yeah, more like that.
I'm about to dive in to the Doritos bag.
What's on stub number 4?
Tea leaves.
Tea leaves. We're gonna read the tea leaves?
Sarah, can you verify that being in chat is better than being over there?
I don't know.
She hasn't been here that long.
Yeah.
These are tea leaves?
More than two seconds. It's probably.
Oh, is Pacific Plankton here? I haven't even heard anything from her.
Mm-mm.
I thought she was gonna come see our weird kitchen stuff.
I don't know why, but I like watching the stream. That's what Glockle said, and then Mike said it's because Dr. Stone is bubbly. That's probably the best adjective to describe the man. Why
You know
bubbly
what?
of everything?
I referred to myself as bubbly once,
Really?
and you
Once?
said no way.
Colby Calvert, whatever his name
You
is?
refuted that argument with me that I
You're
was
bubbly
bubbly.
sometimes, not all the time. I wouldn't call it a personality trait. I'd
Who-
say it's one of your moods. You have a bubbly mood.
Who is bubbly all the time? Nobody.
You know those people that you go to high school with who are like secretary of the NHS and
No, I
No.
don't know those people.
no? I have a
Uh,
very clear image in my mind.
I mean, I may have heard of them, but I don't know them.
Hydrochloride is pretty base neutral in taste.
This is
I'm
tea
sorry.
leaves that we're looking at. What kind of tea is it?
Lipton.
Lipton.
Yeah.
So like black tea.
So it's just.
Yeah. It's the basic tea. I think it's the cheapest you can
I don't
buy.
think we want to call it basic.
I'm sorry. I don't know. Basic is what? I don't know.
That tea's so basic.
Where did sodium and chlorine come from? The early atmosphere? Question mark.
Looks like oolong.
You know. Odell answered.
Let's see. Where are they on the elemental chart?
Sodium and chlorine. They're on the right.
17 and...
Sodium and chlorine, to my knowledge, came from complex geochemistry on the early Earth. From simpler elemental chemistry that was landed here in the early late bombardment, as well as seeded here during the formation of the Earth itself.
Everything that's below iron on the elemental chart forms from the early origin of the universe, and they just sort of annealed into those conditions. And everything above iron happened as a result of supernovas. And so the sun goes into this sort of supernova phase, and that produced iron and everything above it. So just as a little background for you, the original formation of those things had to deal with like their original formation in the cosmos.
Do you have a favorite element? Is it silicon?
A favorite element?
Yeah, I do. And I'll explain why.
Oh goodness.
Is it gold?
Mine is not gold, no.
Oh. I really like gallium.
Why?
Del says
Gallium?
hydrogen, given enough quantity and time, will begin to think about itself.
Yeah. Why do I like gallium? Because it's a metal and it melts in your hand.
And so does mercury.
In the beginning, there
Mercury
was
will
like,
kill you though, and gallium won't.
You can hold it,
So
and it's what?
it's a metal.
Yeah.
And at room temperature or your body temperature, it starts to melt.
Yeah, so what does it look? Is that it?
It's cool.
Sulfur's cool too.
I'm not saying
Sulfur
other
is
things
favorite.
aren't cool. You asked me if I had a favorite.
Sulfur's my favorite.
Okay. Sulfur smells bad.
Mike
Yeah,
says
which
his
is cool.
favorite mineral is
I mean-
mica.
Why are you asking me if I have a favorite element? You didn't tell me what yours was.
Because I have a favorite element.
What's your favorite element?
My favorite element is chlorine. Because
Because you like to swim.
no,
Because it kills stuff.
listen, yes, but listen, its molar mass is 35.453.
And that's the reason?
Yeah, because it's 35453. I like that. And then,
So the numerology is your reason?
yeah.
You
also,
dished on my reason, which was metal melting in my hand, and your answer was, well, the numbers that come in after the decimal place are sort of cool.
My first chemical burn was with chlorine. So I figure that's kind of nice. Memorable.
How many chemical burns have you had? And also,
Multiple.
let's answer the question without showing us any of your
I won't show you
chemical
injuries. I
burns,
don't
because
have
we
any.
haven't seen
I
anything
don't
from
have
like,
any. That's
the
true.
neck down or whatever on you. And we don't
Um,
want to if that's what you're going to show us.
When I was working as a lifeguard, it was raining one day and it was like super hot, and we were supposed to clean out the bathrooms with pellets, except they're not ventilated, and it was
The bathrooms
raining.
aren't ventilated?
Yeah, they're
What
just
kind-
like open air.
What kind of place is this?
Well, it's not open anymore, if that's your question. I was the last person who worked there, actually, like the actual.
You shut it
last
down.
person. I got the last paycheck.
They got the
Um,
chemical burns and they were like, we can't stay open after that.
Well, I was one of the only people there who wasn't asthmatic, so
They got the bill from your hospital charge and they were like, we're done.
no, we had to sprinkle the pellets around, and I wasn't wearing shoes, and it started mixing with the water, and it started getting hard to breathe in there. And we were like, oh, that's interesting.
You went in a bathroom with no ventilation and hotboxed yourself on chlorine pellets.
Yeah, and all the asthmatics had to sit outside because everyone started choking, and the rest of us went in there with masks.
And burned your feet.
Yeah, and
While you were at
I
it.
stained some of my leggings that I had on, because I didn't have shoes there. I didn't know I was supposed to bring shoes that were like to work in. I just had flip flops. So, yeah. Anyway, so after I left, the bottoms of my feet were like yellow, and the skin was peeling off, and there were like some like they looked like cuts, but they weren't.
And you don't have
cuts.
pictures of this for us?
No.
Huh.
And you don't believe it?
I don't need to see it, honestly.
I had a cough for like a
Your
week.
hands are enough. I don't need to see
I
your
had
feet.
to wrap my feet, and it like every time I took a step, it stung. It was pretty bad.
It sounds horrible.
Yeah. Oh, I miss them.
I'm glad I never worked there.
It was her first chemical burn. It touched her, and she fell in love.
Yeah, with chlorine.
Seek ye wisdom.
Hey, Seek,
The
can you
first
give
rule
Seek a
of-
shout out?
Oh, yes, I can. 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 Yes, I. At Seek.
Did we give Cephalosaurus a shout out?
Do you guys get Waxy up there in Terre Haute?
Did we get what?
Is that like a news station?
WOXY?
What's Waxy?
Is it a radio station?
It sounds like a radio station. It starts with a W.
Hot water burns the
Tea.
baby.
Tea leaves.
Sometimes when I put my hand under hot water, I can like feel how hot it is, but I don't feel the pain for a while, and then all of a sudden it comes out of nowhere, and I like pull my hand away, and then it just hurts for a long time after that. I think about that sometimes.
Oh my god.
Radio station Waxy. It came from my hometown of Oxford,
Oh, I don't think we can get that here.
Miami University.
Unless is it an AM station?
It's a Miami University student radio.
Is it AM?
I don't know.
We're not close enough to, we don't even get like the indie radio stations here, so.
I like how
we're
they
not-
look all mashed up.
Well, it's dried plant material.
Well, that's an opinion.
No,
Well,
no,
well,
no.
well,
It's factual.
well. Darn. It's an FM radio.
Yeah. I don't even think that would get here on a cloudy day.
It's not an opinion.
It's not an opinion.
I don't believe that opinion either.
Oh, these up here look kind of cool.
Those are cool.
Got like a weird texture to them.
All those ridges.
Okay, now I'm gonna catch up on some of these while it slows down. Why I never enter public
This is the
bathrooms.
tea.
This is tea leaves,
Welcome
yeah.
to public bathrooms. To be fair, it was a private pool. That's a public. The colorful life of Mallory Wilson. I've been thinking about this.
I can't wait.
I don't think anyone leads a boring life. They just view their life as boring.
Okay.
My life is not particularly extraordinary. I just remember things and I think about them in a funny way. I don't think I do anything particularly different. People think I have funny stories. I don't. I don't do anything more or less than anyone else, you know? And that's kind of annoying because, like, you can make your life as, like, fun and interesting as you want if you just, like, do fun and interesting things. Or make
Like
things
burn your feet in a bathroom with no ventilation and hotbox yourself with chlorine tablets. I mean,
Make for a funny story. My lung capacity
Only-
only diminished slightly.
only makes for a funny story if you lived.
Should have brought weed to compare it to tea. I don't even know what that is. I can't read suddenly.
Weed?
Can't read.
It's not legal in Indiana yet.
What does hair look like under the SEM? Have I got it?
I've got a stream for you.
Anna Kim. Hello.
Anakin.
Anakim, I haven't drawn your SEM image yet. You'll have to wait. But I will draw you a picture of the scanning electron microscope.
Yeah, CBD is legal in Indiana.
CBD doesn't have a
Leaf.
leaf, yeah.
CBD is legal in Indiana?
Well, they sell it at
It's
like those
legal.
like video stores and
Yeah.
stuff,
Really?
you know.
So they're changing a lot of the rent-a-movie stores. They're turning into like CBD stores.
Yeah,
Blockbuster is now a CBD store?
basically.
That's rough.
I mean,
Sorry, Blockbuster.
they gotta make do.
That's fine.
Rent's coming up.
Maybe Pacific can send some since she can get it legally.
Yeah, but I don't think
Oh.
she can send it
Can't
here
send it.
legally.
No.
Yeah,
Can't
I think
put it
that's
through
what
the
it
post
becomes illegal.
office.
It's legal in Illinois too. But
Weed is legal nationally, federally. That equals CBD. I don't know what you just said. I'm a little
Yeah, it's not the same. I mean, for an SEM, it's not the same. Let me put it that way. Chemically,
Aww.
somebody just
Nikkei
subbed.
just gifted a sub to Yawns. Thank you,
Aw,
that's so
look at
nice.
that.
You can mail CBD, but I don't indulge. Post office is a federal service. Nikkei. Nikkei.
I think it's Micah.
No, he said Nikkei. I'm helping. I'm accepting him as Nikkei.
Okay.
Okay, Nikkei. Why are you guys talking about CBD? We're not gonna look at that.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna show up in the SEM. It's a liquid. You have to dry it.
Elements in air more like deer in woods or fish in sea.
You can really look at the plant structure a bit on this.
No, it's pronounced Misa.
Oh boy.
Listen. I'm going back to Mika.
I guess
Yep.
this is what happens when you like shred leaves and
Yeah.
them out.
I think this is exactly what happens when you right about.
It's a fair point.
But you lose a lot of like leafiness,
Yeah.
especially Lipton.
Don
Yeah.
said I'm not American, so I don't really care
About what?
about this freedom Dow. He was saying a lot of laws about CBD or something.
Oh, okay.
We
Well,
have to change the pronunciation every week to keep her on her toes. I
yeah.
know, I stand on my ankles.
Oh.
My heels. I forgot.
mean,
Can you imagine standing
She's got
on
the
your
chemical
ankles?
burns on the rest of her foot, so.
You know, one time when I was like 8, I was running outside.
This
and
one time?
Yeah. And I tripped on a tree stump, and I thought I was fine, and then I saw that I was leaving like a blood trail, and I was like, huh. And so I looked at the bottom of my foot, and there was like a flap of skin in a triangle shape, and it was like off my foot, and little me didn't really know what to do. I was like, huh, that's different, and so I put a Band-Aid on it, and then I went home and realized it was actually like a flap of skin off. I was like, huh. And so I just wrapped it up every day until the skin underneath grew back on, and I had to cut off the extra little flap. I didn't tell anyone about it ever. I just dealt with it.
You've now told everybody about it.
Well, Mom's not in the chat. Doesn't matter.
Are you sure?
She's like, excuse me.
Welcome to stream about Mallory's feet.
It's a feet stream kind of day.
It's a feet stream now.
This is the kitchen talk you all came for.
This is the kitchen talk that Mallory's designated. It's about her feet mostly.
They said that they feel like this should be used in some kind of criminal investigation.
Yeah. This is the place where you can see the plant parts.
Yeah.
They use diatoms in forensic investigations occasionally.
Yeah,
and,
to look in like dead people's stomachs.
in their
and
lungs,
Stomachs and lungs.
in their bones, and their bloodstream.
You get diatoms in your bones.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
happens is you when you drown or you aspirate,
Right.
the water gets into your lungs, and the diatoms are smaller than the alveoli, the little things that basically transmit the oxygen to the blood, and they get passed into the bloodstream, and they circle around in your bloodstream for a while, and then your body realizes that it's not supposed to be there, and it sticks it in your bones.
Yeah, it's a good place to stick foreign objects.
That's where you stick foreign objects.
Yep, it is. 'Cause
See, I've got a
we're not gonna-
biologist right
Yeah,
here
yeah.
backing me up,
That's how you do it.
and that's what happens.
Is that
The-
like-
It either gets excreted through your skin if it can get it, if you have like a flesh wound or something.
yeah, it won't
but
go out there probably, but
Bones are a great spot
Like
to
it
hide.
goes
iron.
into the bones.
Like iron.
Anything.
Or like,
Yeah.
what was it, the baby teeth that they like looked at baby teeth for uranium, I think? Radioactive stuff, I think? I can't remember.
Hey, what's on stub number 5?
Stub number 5 is bread?
Sorry, what?
Bread?
Bread.
Bread, I think.
I've got some questionable bread up in my fridge.
You do?
Yeah.
That's
This is-
bread. Yeah, it's
This is bread?
Yeah. It's my fridge bread. It's been there for about a week now.
Fridge bread?
Fridge bread. We're feet streamers, yeah. Do feet streams violate
Mm.
terms of service?
I mean, we haven't shown her feet.
Feet
But
do
it's a
really
good
well on
question.
Twitch.
Probably her feet would violate the
If I
terms of
get-
service.
You know what? Here, let me. let me.
If they match your hands at all.
Dude, that picture of like my thumb. You guys didn't see it, but I took a picture while we were on stream of my thumb up by like something that was under the SEM. The way it lines up is kind of unreal.
What is this?
That's bread.
No, what are these things?
Maybe yeast.
Microbes?
Oh, maybe it's yeast or maybe it's wheat.
Maybe
Oh.
it's
I hope it's not microbes.
it's the cheapest bread possible. So
It looks a little bit like your blood. Are you sure you don't have bread in your blood?
Or blood in your bread?
Yeah.
I might. I couldn't tell you. Now I need to see Diatom Girl's feet. That'll be $10. So.
I think she just said if you subscribe for 2 months,
Mika said no.
she'll show you
no.
your feet, show you her feet. But it's gonna have to be like an OnlyFans, only feet fans.
Only
Oh,
feet.
no.
Dell said that's where I put all my strange stuff right into my bones. Ready for this. The feet of the astronaut on the upper left. Look at it. Feet streams. Mika said he's gonna private my mom. Do it, I dare you. She doesn't know how to open those.
I agree, $10 is too cheap.
Yeah, you should
Really?
you should probably,
Really
if you're gonna show people your
$10
feet,
will buy me
especially if
Oreos
you've got
right now.
those burns still on them and the flap of
I
skin
know.
hanging off
They're
or
very normal
whatever.
feet. Actually, I've been told that they look like hobbit feet. Why am I telling you guys that?
See, they look like hobbit
Uh.
feet except for the chemical burns and the flaps of skin that are hanging off of them.
Seeky Wisdom just realized he's a 2-month subscriber.
Oh no.
Not sure this is content I want to approve of.
This is what you signed
Sorry,
up
Pam.
for. It's got Mallory in the description,
I
so this is
started-
what you signed up for.
I started laughing in the middle of when you were talking about the bone stuff. It's completely unrelated. But I was walking
Wait, is this
in-
going to be about you've broken bones and jutting bones
No,
sticking
I've
out?
never
Because there's
broken
been a lot of
bones.
your body sort of discussed in this.
No more
Kitchen
body
stream.
stuff. I was walking in here from the parking lot, and some guy pulled his car up, and he was like, "Hey," he's like, "Hey, can you help me?"
$10, can I see your feet?
No, he was like, "Hey, can I help you?"
You were like, sure, I'll do it for any $10.
I was like, "Oh yeah." He's like, "You know where the football coaches are?"
Do you know where the football coaches are?
And I was like, "Yeah, a lot of the sports coaches are over in the arena." So he's like, "Where's the arena?" And I'm like, and he had a map, and I pointed to it. I guess he was like a prospective like football player or something. And then I was walking away, and I was like, I just gave that man the complete wrong direction.
I am not surprised.
He's already lost. He's gonna go look for a building that doesn't have what he wants. I feel
Oh my
so bad.
god. And you just realized it?
Hmm.
Or you knew it?
I realized it right in the middle of when you were talking about bones.
You were like, bones?
I realized
that
that-
reminds me. I gave somebody the bad directions earlier.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Mika said you can stop telling like anytime. I'm done, I promise. I'm okay with it, let's be honest. Okay, done. Seeky Wisdom did sign up for this. Science and technology genre on Twitch is great. No, we're not in science and technology today.
I put us in just chatting today, so we're just chatting.
All this body talk, huh? Pandemic makes people feel...
I mean, and you wonder why Mallory says she's touch-starved.
It's true.
It's because people see her feet.
No one here to chemical burn my feet and get paid only $7 an hour. I missed the story. How did you get chemical burns? Not important.
She hotboxed herself in a bathroom with chlorine
I
tablets.
hotboxed myself with chlorine. Reminds me of the time, I think I already told them this, but when I accidentally inhaled nitric acid in the lab.
Yeah, you were like,
I could not.
I just like the smell!
Dr. Stone kept talking to me, and he was like having a conversation with me, and I assume I was responding because he would like, it came to a conclusion, he left at some point, but I wasn't aware of it at all.
Chemistry major.
Yeah.
Chemistry
To be
major.
fair, I didn't mean to. I wasn't.
Chemistry
It was
major.
an
Aren't you
Just
supposed to
gonna
know better than that?
throw this out there.
I thought they were processing.
Like, I'm a
and-
biology, and I know you do.
Well, I didn't like hold my nose over and like sniff it. I like literally leaned over it a little bit, and there were so many of them. They like came together and formed as they like went into my
your
nose.
brain cells.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Bodies are biology, are science.
What?
We taboo topics should be talked about openly. Yeah. I don't.
Everybody in the chat, feel free to talk about your feet or your feet burns.
Tell me about your childhood injuries that impact you to this day. Those chemistry people are notorious for testing the smell taste of chemicals. Yeah.
Are they?
I don't know. There's this one chemical, I forget what it is, but it smells like chicken.
I am always surprised when like the person who's supposed to know something about something then does something that everybody else, knows not to do.
Well, it's kind of want to try it.
Yeah.
But
Again, I did
on a
not...
sort of related note,
Yeah.
we have people that come in and give like guest speakers that come in occasionally.
Yeah.
And because our department is like geology, geography, anthropology, and environmental science, sometimes they're geographers.
Yeah.
And they will ask for directions on how to get to the science building, and I will give them a map. And every single time, I get a phone call asking me to help find them because they're on campus and they can't figure out how to get to the building. And I'm like, you're the geographer.
We have one of the
I
most...
gave you a map.
We have one of the most...
There's a thing on your phone that tells you where you are.
We have one of the most simple campuses, in my opinion. There are signs in front of each building that say what the building is.
It's like a 4-block radius or something.
I know.
It's not even that big.
The map is
Yeah,
so detailed.
Yeah, I've only gotten in like 3 of the buildings on campus, so. But yeah, I know where most of them are.
The map is so detailed. You cannot get lost. I
I mean,
but
you
so
can
many
get
people
lost.
do.
The way that you get lost is ask some blonde girl in the parking lot which way to the arena
To be fair, he
and have
shouldn't be
her
asked-
like point it out to
To
you.
be
That's a good
fair-
way to do it.
To be fair, if he was coming here for like meeting a coach or whatever, he should not be asking some random person on the sidewalk where to go. He should know where the coaches are. So I feel like he didn't actually have a meeting or something.
I mean, he asked where the coach is at.
I'm like, why would I, a random person, no, I just said where the most of the athletic offices are.
That's assuming that everyone on campus knows about football.
Yeah.
Right. I
I
mean-
don't care about football. It's
You
very
should-
low impact at ISU.
Oh, let me show you where the stadium is.
I almost directed him to stadium. I'm like, yeah, you just drive 10 miles that way.
The stadium is 2 miles that way.
Close enough.
It's not close.
10 miles in my mind is like...
2 miles.
Oh, they're talking about their injuries. Hi,
Yeah,
dangling.
there's all kinds of.
Hey, Dangling, how you doing?
Seeky Wisdom said, my feet are normal, just wide. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
I
Well,
appreciate
we're
that.
glad somebody has normal feet.
Yeah. I don't have childhood injuries, just kidney stones from my teenage years. I don't have those, but I like that you do a little. I can do the wave with my toes.
These must be sort of little
Oh.
grains. I
Pics?
think they're grains.
Maybe. Pics of your toes, maybe?
Don't send me pictures of your toes.
In the Discord.
Put them in the Discord and private message them to Mallory.
When I was in elementary, some random older kids were throwing rocks at each other in the parking lot, and I took some of the collateral damage. What is it with people your age and throwing... Wait, no. Yawns is closer to my age.
Yeah.
What is it with people and throwing rocks? I've never encountered rock throwers.
It's
I
usually
really
chunks
haven't.
of ice for us.
I've never thrown a rock.
It's
What are you
usually chunks-
talking
chunks
about?
of ice for us.
Yeah, I see chunks of ice when it's like a
What are you
snowball
talking
fight or
about?
something.
Rock
They talk
throwing.
about
Who else had rock throwing?
Yawns.
Yawn.
I mean, who else besides Jans?
You talked about how one time there were people throwing rocks.
What are you talking about?
Is that not... Did that not happen?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Neither do I. I'll be honest. Was this geographer named Buster Blue? I love that.
I'm not going to
show.
give any names. I'm just going to say
Geographers should read maps.
it's more than one, and they can't figure out how to find their way to this building with a map.
Asking random women for directions is how you find that hot feet content.
Hot what?
Feet content?
Hot feet content,
I
yeah.
feel like the feet are gonna stay, I guess.
Yeah.
Anakin. He's in a cable car. Breaded shrimp just said, I have food, thank you. Yeah, hey, if you're not gonna pull like a Jesus Christ and split it in half and give it to all of us, I don't think you should be saying anything right now.
Oh my gosh.
What?
She's saying if you didn't bring cupcakes for the whole class, you can't eat them.
Exactly. You've never thrown rocks at a train? I don't have that desire to throw rocks
You
at
should
trains. I
not
gotta
throw rocks at
apologize.
trains. Do not throw rocks at
I think
trains.
that's
No.
a very bad idea.
Who
Do
said
not mess
that?
with trains. Leave trains alone.
Teoflo.
Teoflo. I don't
Did you just incriminate yourself in a crime? Always check the statute of limitations before you do that. Shall now be inundated with foot pics.
Yeah,
Yeah, just let me know.
she won't mind.
When I was a kid, we shot at each other with BB guns. That's another thing. I never really did that. I also didn't have BB guns.
I mean, the BB guns are just like you pump them a couple times and shoot something. You're not gonna hurt anybody. You might get embedded in the skin a little bit. You can just pluck that right out. It's
yeah,
not
you
good.
just might have a tiny little plastic or metal bullet embedded in your skin.
If it goes in your eye though,
Yeah.
you shoot your eye out, kid.
Shoot your eye out.
Yeah.
Oh, ha 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 ha. You'll shoot your eye out.
That was timely. Christmas story.
I know. That's why I said you'll shoot your eye out.
That's why I said it.
But that's why I said it.
I said it.
No, I
first.
said.
Said
No,
it.
I.
Help.
No. Pennies on a railroad track. What does that mean?
The train rolls over the penny and it squishes it.
Also, that breaks like at least 3 federal laws.
Really?
Well, you're not supposed to damage money.
Yep, defacing money,
Really?
attempting to derail a train, and trespassing on property.
Open says when they were kids, they threw seashells, not rocks. More streamlined and also sharper. Sometimes.
Really
Well,
fun to skip.
from the distance we were at, they just stung. Though I did get shot by my brother while he was cleaning his BB gun in the living room, and that had to be removed at the hospital. Throw
Yeah.
kisses. Of course, I throw kisses. I don't throw rocks. I throw peace and love.
And shade.
Oh, lawn darts. You had jarts?
Oh,
What'd
Those
you
things
say?
are
Did
amazing.
you
those
say
things
jarts?
hurt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jarts?
Jarts.
What is that
Jarts.
supposed to mean?
Lawn darts. That's
It
the
sounds like
company.
jorts.
Jart.
Like a jacket. But like jean jacket. Yeah, that's why you have to add jean
Like
jacket
a
because jacket is
like
already
a shart jacket. A jart.
Arms are for hugging. Yeah. Anakin looks 3 kisses.
Oh, Dangling wants to see the inside of the raisin. Well, you know who to blame.
Sorry. Don't have much raisin content for you. What are you taking a picture of? Is that bread?
It's still bread.
It's the yeast bread though.
It's
It's the
whatever's growing on your refrigerator bread. I don't know why you called it refrigerator bread though.
American logic, can't afford healthcare, let kids play with guns.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. What are your opinions on jorts?
Jorts?
Yeah, on jorts.
We're not talking about jarts. We're talking about jorts?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anakin, I'd say they're really important. And the shorter the
They finish your Canadian tuxedo You know, if you want to get the jean jacket and the jean shorts.
Dude, like
You did the jean shirt,
Mom
jean
jeans,
jacket, jean shorts.
mom jeans, jean
Jean headband.
jean,
Socks
like,
with sandals.
Yes, that's iconic. Well, listen, the shorter the jorts on the man, the higher up he is on my priority list.
Shorter,
So, keep that in
shorter
mind.
the jorts.
The shorter the jorts.
The shorter the
shorter
jorts.
the jorts, the more impressive. I'm
Kid,
talking like
we need a
No.
tongue twister for this one.
the shorter the jorts.
The shorter the jorts.
Black socks and Birkenstocks.
Yeah, some knee-high black socks with Birkenstocks. You know, with the jean shorts, jean jacket, jean shirt.
Yeah, I'd say
Maybe
okay.
a vest. You
And
could
like
get a
a
jean
headband
vest and
or
maybe like one of
or a
those.
hat,
Yeah, like
yeah.
yeah. That's a good look.
I was
Very Canadian.
I was hanging out in my grandma's attic and I came across a cowboy hat and she was like, "Oh my gosh, it's my hat!" Apparently she used to go to like rodeos and such. My grandma's not the rodeo type, so I was shocked. And she like put on her little hat and she like did a little dance around. I was like, "What is going on right now?"
This sounds amazing.
I loved it.
You made your grandma dance with a hat.
Well, she chose to. I didn't like puppet string her. You think I puppet string my grandma?
What's on number 6?
That's a great question. I have no clue.
Did you put coffee on them?
No, that I did tea. I didn't do coffee.
You did tea, not
That's
coffee.
my seaweed.
Sorry?
That's my seaweed. Dried seaweed. I put that on there. I don't know if it looked like anything, but I put it on there anyway.
When you you say your seaweed, what
Yeah.
do you mean?
The seaweed that came from my cabinet that I ate at one point.
Seaweed chips?
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh, it's seaweed food?
Yeah, I'll eat some right now. They taste-
She'll eat some if you sub right now.
Yeah, and you saw.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I want to eat some.
Wait, show them. What are you doing?
I'm gonna
You
eat
just
it.
go hide in the corner.
Seaweed.
Oh,
Surprisingly
it's like
greasy.
it looks like a biscuit.
It's like a chip.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. They're cheap.
Is that filling?
Andalore said Mallory's amazing. Do you want to get married or something?
She's great till you have to like live with her.
OpenSet was looking at Nori today too.
Looking at what?
Nori.
Looking at what?
Nori.
Nori?
Okay.
What's nori?
Seaweed?
Oh. Why are you coughing over
I
there?
hate it.
The seaweed?
It's gross. Why did I eat this at any point?
Wait, you don't like it?
I don't enjoy it. Then again, it
bad.
probably is expired by now.
Probably pretty dusty.
I mean, does seaweed expire? It's dried, right?
I don't know. The bag was open in the cabinet.
Great source of iron and magnesium.
Really? I do feel a little
That's what-
stronger now.
T.O. Flow says. Dell's daughter's favorite snack.
Is seaweed?
Yeah.
She wanted to be trendy at some point. Actually, I bought it because one time I was in the, back when I like started grocery shopping for the first time.
Last week.
Listen. I was thinking about things that might sound kind of cool to eat, and I saw them in the multicultural foods aisle because wow, incredible. And anyway,
You were like, I'm going to be
I was
cultured.
taken back to the time when I was in Spanish class, and my Spanish professor, I think she's from, I forget which, maybe Puerto Rico? No, it wasn't Puerto Rico. Anyway, she's from South America, and she used to wear clogs to school every day. She was such a funny person. And one time she just had seaweed, and we were like, what? And she's like, yeah, try it. I eat this stuff all the time. And everyone tried it, and no one liked it. So I thought maybe I'll like it this time around. And you know what? I didn't then, and I don't now.
Still a no.
It's a good story.
Thank you. It'll spoil.
I blacked out in the middle part a little, but
Yeah. I can't believe Andalore rejected me. Wow. Unbelievable.
oh, he doesn't want to get married? It could be a girl.
That's even better. You guys have a multicultural aisle. Walmart does.
It's like
Myers is better.
it's like we've put all of the rest of the world in one little row.
Yeah, that's
Not
the
even
best we
a
can
row.
do.
Yeah. And then
Walmart's just like 2 feet of shelf.
yeah.
We have a really good store for food from Central America, from Mexico, more specifically, I think. It's the Aloha.
A what?
Aloha.
What are you talking about?
There's like a grocery store, I'm pretty sure it's just Mexican. There's like a Mexican grocery store like.
Are you pointing at it?
Yeah. You go down that road and you turn that way.
Let me just ask this before we start.
Yeah.
Are the coaches there?
The way. Yeah. It's over. Kale Pond said it's over by the arena.
Exactly.
The Mexican markets are ubiquitous too. I like that word. That's all. You guys are lucky. Who's talking about Mexicans? Breaded shrimp. Talking about a Mexican store. We didn't have to. We went there one time with my.
You had to?
No, my Spanish group. We went there to get some special food for a class party that we had in Spanish, and we got some cookies, and they were really good.
Spanish cookies? Mexican cookies?
Yeah. Well, not like, I don't know. Yeah. Like a brand that's commonly sold in Mexico. I forget what they were.
I have a very important question.
It's nice living in a very ethnically diverse and migratory place. I wonder what it feels like.
For dangling. Is dangling still here?
Yeah, I think so.
Russian tea cookie. Mexican wedding cake. Which is it?
Yeah.
The
Is it-
cookie.
is
The
it-
cookie.
There's like Italian. There's like an Italian version of it too.
Yeah.
Is it like a different name for the same thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm,
I think one has nuts in it.
Don't they both have nuts?
They probably both have nuts.
I think
might
they both have some
different
sort of
kinds.
walnut in them.
what's it called? Russian wedding cake?
Russian tea cake. Mexican wedding cake. This is a really important question.
Oh, they're snowballs.
Snowball is a bunny.
No, this is a snowball. We have these at like parties.
It's either a Russian tea cake or a Mexican wedding cake. Or sometimes
Oh,
it's
they
like
actually do look like the same
They
thing.
are very much the
We had ballet folklorico. That's cool.
we had an argument in the lab for a long time because that's my favorite cookie outside of a snickerdoodle.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I always call it Russian tea cake. Or Russian tea cookie.
Well, let's see where they came from. That'll settle the matter, won't it?
I think they came from both places.
same. I mean, it's fair that they both came from both
This
places.
is like,
It's convergent evolution.
Yeah.
They've converged on the best food together. Separate cultures.
There's a lot of convergent evolution in food if you think about it.
Yeah.
Like cheese.
I like a cookie that
it is a form of jumble, a pastry common in England during the Middle Ages. A reason for the name Russian tea cake or any connection to Russian cuisine is unknown. Some have speculated the recipes either derived from Eastern Europe shortbread cookies, may have migrated to Mexico with European nuns, or may have been associated with cookies served beside Russian tea urns.
Oh. You're saying it's an English cookie.
I guess.
I just want to know what Dangling calls it.
I don't know. She didn't. She never answered.
She left before the
No,
cookie.
she came back, she
said
said
someone's
something.
missing again.
Who's missing? Help. Dell just said they will all be crab one day. Can you explain that a little bit more? Can you expand on that?
Crab?
Crab?
Crabs eat everything?
Crab?
I don't know. I'm still thinking about feet. What have you done to me? Anakin, I beg you to get some kind of assistance. Any kind. Psychological, physical, bed rest. I don't know what you need, but that's for you.
Hydration.
He just wants a picture
Breaded shrimp.
of your feet.
Okay, so he said, are they called Russian wedding cakes or Russian tea cakes or Mexican wedding cakes?
Russian tea cookie.
Got it. Go.
Mexican wedding cake.
Go. Everything will become crab.
Arsenization.
Okay.
Everything will become crab?
Yeah. I don't. We can explore
Anakin's
that
really
later.
stuck on feet.
Yeah.
I mean, Just any feet or Mallory's feet, because there's a difference.
Yeah, one's gonna make me a little more comfortable than the other. Just a little, though.
She won't say which one.
I won't say which one. Crab is the ultimate form. All evolution is pointed towards crab.
Okay, what is this picture?
Oh, he's talking about convergent evolution.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it true? What are we all going towards? We go towards one thing.
No.
There was a rumor going around the other day that it was crab.
Breaded shrimp said, I don't even know what that is.
There you go. It's Russian tea cookie.
I guess they said it was spread.
I asked a
with
Mexican person and
non-stuff.
they don't know the answer. Then that's definitely not a Mexican tea, a Mexican wedding cake.
Zepho said, hi, what are we
Yeah.
looking at?
Yeah, Dell says crab.
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 I don't eat crab.
You're just gonna become
Right,
a crab.
Zepho, right now we are looking at, we're looking at some seaweed that came from my cabinet that's probably spoiled, judging by how like grimy it is in the bag and the fact that it tasted like much like baby vomit. Not that I've had much experience tasting that, but
How would you make the comparison if you haven't tasted it?
I'm sure at one point
This is very
I was
unsettling.
capable of like giving you a solid like response on what it tasted like.
You probably weren't able to talk.
Probably a few years ago.
Mika
She
said,
says baby vomit. 1 out of 5 stars. Does not recommend.
Mika doesn't want to be a crab. He wants to be a bird.
A burb?
A bird.
Burb.
A burb with a B?
Yeah.
Birds don't exist.
Bird.
Birds aren't real.
Breaded shrimp said, I don't even think Mexican wedding cake is a thing. Like
See?
Mexican pizza, that's white people stuff.
But-
See?
Yeah.
Probably. We'll give it to the Russians then.
Excellent.
Or the British.
I like this landscape.
Anakin said diatom girls.
Wait,
Anyway.
Your feet.
Yeah.
Like the seaweed as a landscape?
Yeah, like a landscape.
It would be cool.
You want to turn the seaweed into a
Kind of looks
landscape?
like.
It looks like a landscape. It looks
Like
like
a-
a glacier or like a snow-covered
glacier.
thing.
If you like edit that to make it look like a
Like
glacier,
a
can you please
Oh, hell yeah, I can make it look like
can
that.
you Photoshop a glacier on there and like kind of blend it so you can't really tell?
No, I got better ways.
You know, can you like
Like a
edit it
dog
so like
sled
it
team.
so like it's made out of
What's
pizza?
that?
Like a dog sled team.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I could put a little dog sled team on it, or like a little
like a
Yeti,
sleigh.
Yeah.
a tiny Yeti. I'll just Photoshop it in.
Don't explain it. Don't say.
I won't
about
say
it in the
anything about it.
description.
I'll just put one in there. I'll be like, this is a little seaweed landscape, and then just a little tiny Yeti. You won't be able to notice it unless you look closely. Keep an eye out for it on Instagram later, folks.
Ask a Brit about the Mexican wave. I'm literally eating Mexican tonight. That's an interesting story. We just call it the wave here in the States.
Called what?
I don't. We just call it the wave. Are you talking about like how we got into the Macarena and like how Mexican food became more popular? Like you know how there's like waves of like.
Coronavirus?
No, well, yeah, but like other like there's waves of like widespread cultural interest in the United States from other cultures. Like there was the British wave or whatever.
Are you talking about
Rock
like
and
music? The music? British Invasion?
Yeah, sure, it can be music, but like other stuff too.
Okay. I'm just checking.
And like how when there was started to be an interest in oh god, I don't know if this even counts, like Pokemon and anime and stuff like that. When that was growing, that was a big interest in like that's like a Japanese influence
Yeah.
on the U.S. culture. I don't know. That's what he's referring to. I'm pretty sure. Anna Kim, I'm from the rest of the world aisle. I can't afford $10 for a feet pic. Make it happen, buddy.
$10 or no feet. That's just the way it is.
I actually don't have feet until you pay $10. They're not there.
We've gone through all 7 of the prepared stubs.
Yeah.
We haven't finished our conversation about feet, though, apparently.
Yeah.
Some of us haven't.
Interesting that we haven't. Breaded Shrimp said, I'm calling myself the rest of the world aisle. Del said, no, he was talking about the thing you do in a stadium where you make a wave.
Oh, that
I'm
wave.
pretty sure that's just the wave.
The wave. Why, did somebody call it something else?
He said it was, they call it the Mexican wave because the first time they saw it, he thinks is in the World Cup soccer match against Mexico.
Oh.
I don't know if I believe you, but I'll take it.
I'm going to take a picture of this raisin landscape.
It just affirms the awful U.S.-centric mindset.
Well, it's not our fault everybody wants us to be in the middle of
Yeah,
everything.
it's not our fault.
We can't help it, we're so
popular.
cool.
I can't help it that I'm popular.
You know, If Belgium was cooler, maybe you guys would be in the middle of everything.
Jans is gonna jump out of nowhere. Excuse me? World maps are not made with Europe in the center. No, they're not. The Wuhan wave.
Wuhan.
That's rough. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
What's going on?
Da-da-da-da-da-da. They just said haha, OMG, haha.
Oh,
Haha.
Yeah, Dale's
haha,
laughing.
haha.
something's funny.
Yeah. I think, what's your favorite misspelling of a word? Have you had a favorite misspelling? Do you have a favorite misspelling?
Favorite misspelling?
Yeah, like a
just-
common misspelling.
No,
Uh,
I have ones that bother me a lot.
Like that, like what?
Like
I-
through in an essay when I'm grading papers.
Wait, like
THRU,
THRU, like
yeah.
drive-through?
Yeah, like drive-through. I really don't appreciate that. When
I don't even.
when I'm grading.
I don't even put like drive-through like THRU when I'm talking about drive-throughs. I just always use through.
It's fair for like drive-through, but
I didn't even like it then.
in
I don't
an
like when
essay-
people spell light, L-I-T-E, or night, N-I-T-E, or
I like tight though. That's tight.
tight, T-I-T-E?
I don't think you've ever seen that.
I've never seen that.
Northern supremacy on top of Western supremacy makes for an interesting global climate.
I don't like misspelled words mostly.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
My least favorite misspelling is the three theirs.
That's
don't
your
like-
least favorite.
That's my least favorite.
You
I
won't
hate that.
tolerate that. That's the line for you.
It's the bar is very like close to like
That's where you turn into grammar Nazi at the theirs.
I don't say anything about it, but I just feel like ugh,
That's where you start judging people.
I like,
I
It
judge
depends
people
on-
way sooner than that.
Really? Where?
Yeah.
When's that?
People spell donut D-O-N-U-T, and I'm like,
DOUGH.
That's how you spell it.
Yeah.
Like dough.
like dough.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Try
I'm
it.
way up at the top I have very
I've
low
never
threshold
spelled
for
it.
misspelling.
I've never spelled it DONUT. I always spell it donut.
Do you know,
I'm just reading what people are saying. Color.
I'm learning
okay,
I'm
but
not
I
welcome.
put, okay, but I
Color,
grew up,
like-
really close to Canada, so
Color
Color
I
with the
put
U?
U's. Yeah, I put U's in it, like a lot of things.
oh, that's alright, that's just a British
Favorite.
spelling.
No, I hate that. You can stop that.
Or like they put the R and the E backwards. Like center,
I think
or
a drawing would suffice.
theater.
Hey, Anakim, if you say the word feet one more time, I'm gonna put you 6 feet under.
Oh my goodness. She's gonna
Don't lose
kick
your
you down.
cool at misspellings. I never get angry about them. I never say anything about them, but the inside of my brain like does a little like panic when I see the wrong bit.
You know, this is coming from a young woman who doesn't use punctuation when she sends you messages. And-
I use commas frequently.
okay.
Anakim said you have 6 feet.
Now he's intrigued.
I'm learning I'm not welcome to your due to my spelling. Breaded? Don't ever do that again. She spelled do as D-O. Whoever wants to glaze.
Glaze.
Wouldn't there be a grammatical error and not an actual misspelling?
Somebody out there is a grammar Nazi.
Devil and Mrs.
No,
J.
I believe those would be, let's see. Grammar is the
Hey, Pacific.
grammar is the organization of a sentence. So it
That's
can't
syntax.
be, yeah, it's syntax. That's straight up syntax. A grammar error would be like if you can't make sense of a sentence because the verb's missing. That's a grammar error.
You missed my pet peeve about begs the question. Feels bad. I didn't see it. I'm sorry. Apologize. Amazing turnabout, Anakin.
I've got another raisin landscape here.
Oh gosh. Or use the wrong tense. I am at my mom's helping. Hi, Pacific.
Are you
She's
gonna
here.
turn it on its side or?
Pacific Plankton's here.
Yeah, eventually I'll turn it.
It's nice to see you.
It's gonna be a turnt raisin.
The only place where syntax is important is programming. Obviously, you never saw my grammar workbook when I was in 6th grade. Syntax is very important there.
I don't usually correct people when they make mistakes unless they're in a class and student of mine.
Yeah.
But like if it's somebody writing me and I can understand them, I just go with it.
I only do if it's like a particularly funny one, and I'm with friends, and then I'll point it out, and we'll just laugh about it, and then it'll be over. I don't ever point it out to anyone else because I don't know. It feels weird. Like if they like, I don't know. I can't think of anything like that.
Yeah.
Or if my mom says orange instead of orange.
No. Or seen it. I seen it.
Seent.
That's a-
Seent.
That's
seen
a
it
Canada
instead of
thing.
I
I never heard
I
that
seen
before.
it.
Oh yeah, I seen it.
I've seen it.
I will actually though occasionally intentionally use the word learn instead of teach
Learn.
or teach instead of learn,
Yeah.
like backwards on purpose.
Yeah.
I'll learn you.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah.
learn you how to do that
That sounds
because
like
I
a
think
threat.
it's funny.
Someone built a working binary computer in Minecraft. Someone said, but can I take...
I have an idea.
Idea.
They say yuns. Where are yuns doing today?
Oh, that's like Pennsylvania.
In the South instead of y'all.
Or
I'll say
Washington.
ain't if I talk.
Oh, that's my stepfather.
Yep.
The faster, the faster and the closer I am to like where I am back home. Hold on, let me rephrase that.
Why don't you tell everybody where you live?
No, the faster I talk and the more I go back to, like the longer I'm in the rural, northern Indiana area, the more I talk. The more I
She's
talk
from
with-
somewhere in rural northern Indiana. You've got a
The more I talk with
plus
an
or minus
accent,
400-mile radius.
Half a state.
I lose my accent kind of when I come here, but the more I talk to like my grandma, the more I take on an accent. It's
What's your accent? Pretend I'm your grandma.
I'm not gonna. I can't do that. She has to.
What
talk
if I
to
put
me.
on a hat and dance around? Then can you pretend I'm your grandma?
You gotta do it like in a certain way. You gotta. No.
First I'll make you do
It's
it,
just
and then
'cause-
I'll do what you did.
Because I hear hers. I hear her accent. And I can hear my mom take it on too. Like, I'll hear her talking, and then my mom's still talking more like that, and then I'll start talking more like that. And I do it with my dad's side of the family too.
This is what
Not as
happens
much
when I go
sometimes.
home, except for none of that happens. They all say pop, and I call it soda still.
Yeah, you're really. I don't know, I just take it on. I always tease my wife about pen and pen.
Oh, pin and pen?
Pen and pen.
Yeah, that's we already
Yeah.
talked on that one before.
It'll all come out in a
Ah,
in Washington. I don't like
I was
that.
so confused when I first read that.
Yeah.
Breaded shrimp said, wait, do it. Adventure Grandma? Yeah, Adventure Grandma. She's a queen.
Is there anything that Pacific Plankton would like us to look at? Do
Pacific Plankton?
you want us to go back to the salt? Because she's kind of a salt, you
Sure
know,
she'd like it.
salty person.
I didn't prepare any mystery ones, but I can definitely grab some random ones.
Oh, you think that's gonna trick me?
I don't know.
How well did it work last time?
Well, first of all, I don't like the attitude, because I could totally trick you if I tried. I was in Gloucester, Massachusetts for 2
Gloucester.
weeks. Gloucester, that's different.
Yeah, I think it's Gloucester or whatever.
By the end, I had an accent. I don't know. I pick up accents pretty easily. Sometimes I feel bad because someone will have a strong accent and they'll be talking to me and I'll almost like say something in their accent. It sounds like I'm mocking them and I'm like not trying to mock them.
Start talking the way they do.
Yeah, I'm not trying to. It just happens. It happens like
So
within
you
a
go to
conversation.
England, you're gonna come away with a British accent.
I might. If I only talk to British people, probably. But it'd be
what's
it'd be an awful one.
You're talking about tricking people.
Tricking people?
Yeah.
Am I tricking people?
No, about tricking me. But it reminded me this. I had a master's student in my lab, and she likes it when people would like play pranks on her.
She like asked for that.
Sort of.
That's
So she was telling me that like she thought it was funny when people would play pranks on her.
Yeah, funny things. are
So I
funny.
told her that I was going to do it. I said, "Oh, I'll play a prank on you, and you'll never see it coming. Like you'll never suspect it. You'll never see it coming." And so for the next 2 months, she's on the lookout, right?
You never did anything.
And I didn't do anything. And then one day, I think it was her birthday. Yeah, I think it was on her birthday. I was like, all right, to celebrate your birthday, I'm going to go get some donuts, and then I'll bring them into the lab. And she loved donuts. This was like her thing, right? So I went to Square Donuts, which is the place here in Terre Haute where everybody gets their donuts
Fantastic.
from.
They're good. I don't know why they're so
Wonderful.
good.
Bought the donuts, snuck around the building, emptied the donut box into like
A container. A trash
Ziploc
can.
bags, into Ziploc bags, and then put them someplace so that they wouldn't get messed up. And then I went back around the building, and I told people, make sure the windows in the lab are open, and I'm going to be coming back from the donut place, and I put some rocks in the box instead of the donuts. And then as I was walking back, I jumped up onto the little ledge that goes around the building, and then right when I got in front of the window, I acted like I fumbled the box and it fell into the pit next to the windows.
Like the planter box.
And so she saw me and she was waving, and then I was like, and I fumbled and threw it into the pit, and she was so upset because she loves donuts so much. It was like all she lives for. And so she came running out and jumped into the pit like she was going to save the donuts. And then saw that they were rocks, and she's like, God dang it! And then I went and got the donuts, and we had...
How would jumping
Birthday.
into the... It's okay, guys.
She was going to save them.
Yeah.
It's a... How are you gonna say? Okay, the pit is filled with rocks and just dirt. Animals go in there all the time, and like weeds, and probably like weed killer.
I
don't
don't
know
think
how
it
you
mattered. I
save
think she was going to try to get the donuts anyway, because she loved donuts so much. And it was like literally months since I told her I was going to pull the prank on her, and she'd just been waiting for it, and I definitely got her.
Yeah.
She was like, I almost started crying when the donuts fell into the pit.
I mean, I had the same reaction.
You guys,
I love donuts. I love square donuts.
That's how I operate. I wait till you, like, if I'm going to prank you and you're asking for it, you will not see it coming.
doing mouth-to-mouth resuscitation on a donut. It's appropriate to leave the food to animals, though, if it comes to it.
No.
It was just rocks.
The rocks, those are the pets. We have a pit full of pet rocks.
Don't leave the food to the
I've had a second roll.
I thought it was a great prank. I mean,
It's like oddly thought out, I'll admit. I don't know. I thought you were just gonna put an empty box in there. I wasn't seeing the rocks coming. That was like a weird choice. I thought you were just gonna put it in there and she'd open the box and be empty and be like, oh man.
Right. Yeah.
she had no idea what was going on. Nobody knew. I didn't tell anybody what I was going to do, so...
Everyone knows contaminants are polite and will wait on standby for 5 seconds. We have an arrangement. That's true.
Yeah.
That is true. Yeah, I'm gonna have to concur with that. That's my favorite, one of my favorite words, other than bonk. My favorite word of all time is bonk.
I say bunk all the time.
It's a fantastic word. It's an onomatopoeia. It's spelled nice. It sounds nice. Yeah. Bonk.
You know exactly
That's
what it
got good
means.
structure
Something got
to
hit
it.
in the head.
Yeah, there's no mistaking what bonk means. My other favorite word is concur.
Concur.
It's so like, it's oddly polite.
I concur.
I had this friend back in high school. I already told them, all of you about this like 3 times. I would say it again.
That word is oddly polite. I concur with you.
He would, every single time a teacher would say something, if he was feeling like obstinate enough that day, he would raise a hand and be like, I concur. Mallory is a brain with glasses. Thank you.
With glasses?
It had glasses.
Oh.
The same thing.
His brain has glasses.
Clever boy. He was crazy, actually. But that's another story. Is that a heart? It's a
They're
heart
donut
donut.
hearts.
Dough love.
Donut love?
Donut
Donut
love.
hearts.
That sounds
Oh, and
Oddly
Dell's
like
donuts,
a-
donuts.
donuts. Dell.
Hey, we got a new follow.
Dell's cruising for a bruising. Oh,
Who's
Mama
the-
Bonbon. Hello.
Who's the follow?
Anti-fascist.
Anti-fascists. Oh. Are they fascists?
I don't know. Can you specify that? Are you like double? Are you like 2 times anti? Like, are you like 2 times angry at fascism, or are you like against the
It's a joke.
against fascism people?
It's
I know,
confusing.
I know it's a joke, but can you please explain? Like, what are we seeing in the scope? This is salt.
These are salt crystals.
-1.
Crystal. Salt crystal.
-1 negative fascist. 2 times angry at Antifa.
Salt crystal block.
Hold on, we'll slow down because Antifa means anti-fascist. So how can you be 2 times? That'd be anti-fascist.
Leave my aunt out of this. Jeez. What? How did you do on your exam?
My exam?
Yeah.
I did great.
Oh, see.
Yeah. On the.
How'd you do on your exam?
On the regular part. I had to do a grad student question too, so.
Oh, and one extra
that will
question.
Be graded later.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah.
What's
it's
the
like a third of the first exam.
What was the class?
Neuroendocrinology.
Yikes.
It was fun.
Can you get a hold of a lizard?
No.
Okay.
I don't get a hold of lizard
Okay.
in my class.
When people
I got
say
to
no
talk
to me
about
like
my
that, it
lizard,
makes
though.
me panic.
It's like
Okay.
basically what my research is.
Hey, we got another follow.
Don't not bother, No, do not do.
PB success.
PB and J. That's right.
What type of salt? Do they look different depending on the type that they are? This is sodium chloride. This is table salt. And I don't know that they would look any different because they really just get a substitution and the
Right.
crystal structure basically stays the same. So,
NaC.
all right, Anakin.
Fancy flaky salt.
Bye, Anakin. Have a nice day, my friend. I'll miss you.
She won't miss you that much, though.
Maybe 10.
Maybe a 10.
Maybe 10, yeah. On less scale, don't know. Do you want me to do a mystery one? Are you bored with this stuff?
Well, I have to. I
Are
have
you
a
gonna
meeting
go?
at 3:15.
Ooh, right, then we should probably go.
So by the time we pump down and put it back in, I could solve it.
Anakin said bye,
can
Mallory, speak. Bye, Anakin.
Her feet are busy going wee all the way home.
Anti-fascist said this is probably the best stream I've seen on Twitch in a long time. Really?
Wow.
This
Wow.
is?
This one,
That's kind of cute.
did you?
Nice.
Have you been here long?
Were you here during the chemical burn portion?
Did you just catch the donut prank, or
Yeah, it's interesting.
Mallory
not
giving bad directions?
Not just people complaining. So, Philip Mamau said it's nice to have low standards. Yeah, you get really impressed. Why is we stream just chatting here? Because we are just chatting.
Yeah, we're just chatting.
Yeah.
It's just chatting with the SEM in the background. That's all.
Yeah.
We're looking at, we're looking at stuff in the scanning electron microscope, and we're chatting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes I stream into just chatting. Sometimes I stream into science.
Sometimes into Minecraft.
Sometimes into Minecraft. Yeah.
Just chatting about foots. I like that. I like foots.
You do?
That's my favorite.
That's an
incorrect
acceptable
plural.
one?
That's almost as good as like Mies.
What about Mies? Yeah, Mies is.
Oh, yeah,
my
Mies.
favorite.
Yeah.
That one's okay.
I kind of like.
Mies is a mouse.
I accept
Mies
them.
is a mouse.
I accept them when they're done intentionally wrong. You know, like when somebody says borked or like,
Bork.
yeah.
Smorgasbord. I don't like
No,
that
not
word.
smorgasbord.
I don't know if I don't like that word.
Borked like broken when it's backwards, like they.
I
put
thought you
the
meant like a
letters
dog
backwards.
noise, like a chunky
Yeah, I
dog. You're
thought
saying
bork.
bork. The implication is that he's like kind of a bigger dog.
Burb. People say burb.
Burb is like kind of a
Burb.
chunkier bird too, or like a particular.
But so that's an okay one because it's like intentional.
Yeah, it's interesting how there's like so much meaning. I can derive a lot of meaning. Also, I think it's interesting how you can like tell whether someone's being sarcastic online or not. But you have like I don't know.
You can?
I can.
How can you tell?
I don't know.
People always misread me.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am always being sarcastic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's being sarcastic right now. Bork, nom. That looks like a ziggurat.
It does look a little bit like it.
What does that mean?
I bet if you stare at it long enough, it starts to look like it's coming out at you instead of going in.
Microwave rhymes with Rico Suave.
Like a strange pyramid.
Micro Rave?
Rico Suave.
Rico Suave.
I like
Yeah, I
that.
don't like that
I'm gonna
one.
name my firstborn son Rico Suave.
Micro Rave.
Who's throwing out Rico Suave
Del
references?
Maximo.
Del?
Breaded Shrimp said.
You're so
"Can
old, Del.
Breaded Shrimp said, "Can you look at sugar?" We did. Fake sugar.
We
so
looked
I
at
guess-
fake sugar. We looked at ersatz sugar because that's what Mallory has, fake sugar.
Technically, I didn't have it. I had.
Fake sugar is dangerous.
Really?
Well,
Prove it.
it's not good for you.
Prove
You
it.
mean like,
It's fine if you need it. If you need a sugar substitute, that's fine. But
do you mean like,
if you
don't pour it on the floor of the bathroom with no ventilation?
No. I mean, like, don't pour it into your mouth every
That
time.
was-
Like, don't just, like, chug.
Oh,
I can,
chugging
like,
it.
Non-caloric sweeteners. It's probably
I
better.
can vividly
yeah.
remember my sister sitting out in the rain on a fold-out chair, like struggling to breathe, taking her inhaler like every few minutes, and I'm like, I'm gonna go back in.
Give me some of
You
that.
should have, like, used, like, milk would have helped that.
I should have like called OSHA, but I didn't. Or maybe that's what I should have done.
Or like Better Business or somebody.
They used to call me a short 42-year-old when I was a kid.
Oh.
You kind of look 12 right now, so I don't really know what it's Delbacks. You look young. I don't know how you would look 42 as a kid unless you had like a shaved
Oh
forehead.
wait, there's a face.
That was better.
There's a face.
Oh,
There's
he's
a
so
face.
cute!
I caught a face.
I also like how humans always look for faces and stuff.
Yeah, there's a word for that.
What's it called?
I don't remember off the top of my head.
A word. Looking from bottom up through the hollow and
Oh my god, there's a face.
Make
That's
a
such a
picture.
good one.
That's the next one.
That is a great one.
And you can make like the oh, he looks like he has like a look. That's his. These are his ears. He's a little misformed, but
Careful.
he's got the energy. Yeah, I'm sorry. Dale said, "Haha, I feel young."
He's got a look of terror, sheer terror, like he's been frozen in salt for a really long time.
The fake sugar on sale.
Look at that mouth.
He looks horrified.
He's terrified.
You
He's
gonna
like
take a picture of him?
he's got Luke Solo.
Oh, that's his
Han
head.
Solo.
Oh, his eye is that big hole right there, right?
There's two eyes.
Okay.
There's his mouth.
Okay, I like him.
Look at that face.
What's his name?
Uh,
Rico Suave.
Let's not call him Rico Suave.
Why not?
Rico Salty.
Rico Suave. Who's that? What, okay, I'm gonna look up a picture.
Who's that? Who's this Rico Suave person?
A 1990s
Rico.
single by Ecuadorian rapper.
Rico
Oh, he's got the
Suave.
look. He's got the look.
That's his. I think he's just that one song that he had, and it's just his name over and over again.
It's correct. It's our frontal lobes just doing their job. Intelligent life has been here. That's what that means. Yeah, this is
Here?
a sign from the aliens given to us directly.
We found it. It's time for us to start a conspiracy theory.
Oh,
Temporal lobe.
Dale corrected himself. It's the temporal lobe.
No, Andalore, if you imagine his mouth being open in horror, like shocked horror, but like kind of disgusted a little bit, that's better than what you said.
What'd he think?
Just said like a straight face, like a straight line mouth.
Oh no, he's terrified.
Kermit the Frog. Can anyone do a Kermit interpret like a imitation?
Impression?
Impression. So
I'm
what-
here to help. I don't think we need to interpret Kermit because he speaks English.
Like just like silent. Like what? I'll make it better somehow. Hey, you're here.
I am
And
there.
you said something.
That's sometimes Rihanna does that. She chats into there and
Yeah,
then
chat in here and jump on there. Yeah.
Can you look at anything on the SEM? On occasion we can.
what are you asking
Well,
me?
no. You can't
It's
look
got to
at
be small
anything.
enough.
That sounds like an introductory sentence. Like she's about to say something she's a little nervous about, so she says like, "Can you look at anything?"
Who was it?
It was breaded shrimp.
Oh yeah. There are limits. The size of the chamber, and also it needs to be something that you
guys
can
send
coat
us
in,
stuff.
coat in gold,
So
and
dead.
dead probably.
Yeah,
I
we're
mean-
we're gonna kill some stuff. I'm sorry, euthanize. That's the polite word for
Sacrifice, I think, when you're doing it for science.
Sacrifice.
They call it sacrificing.
Yeah, it just kinda
Sacrifice,
depends.
sacrifice.
Earlier
sacrifice,
today, before we
sacrifice.
did the stream, I went out and I found
Please.
some. Let me see. So these right at the bottom here, some tiny little bugs. You can't really even see them, so I don't know why I'm trying to show them to you. But they're super small, and one of them is a little pill bug, a little cell bug.
I like how it's like holding on to the snail shell.
And
like
then
it's gripping
because
onto it.
because dangling uvula asked me, could we put one on there? And I went out looking for a half hour and found one.
The snail shell? Yeah, we used to be underwater.
A cell bug? Cell bug?
Uh,
We
Cell bug?
used to be underwater.
Isopod? Whatever you want to
We're
call it.
water
Isopod.
people.
I like isopod.
We're water people.
And
so I'm just gonna pour some alcohol in.
and I
it.
found some micro snail shells and a centipede.
Can I just
And
pour the alcohol directly in here? Or do I need to separate them?
they'll separate when they're dead.
That sounds kind of like a threat.
Just use that.
Pillbug's still
Cotton
alive.
ball.
This guy right here, he's
I'm
like,
falling.
you're gonna put bugs in the SEM? Oh.
Oh no!
This is the ASMR. Hold on.
Oh, can I see that?
Jesus.
You know what these little ridges are?
Oh, rub your fingernail along them.
No. You rub another bottle on them.
Yeah.
For what?
That's how you get the seasoning to come out.
No way. Oh no, the little centipede's like, what's going on?
That's alright. They'll
Oh,
recover.
They like that.
They came out of a rock.
What was he?
Came out from under a rock. I
They
went out and
like
flipped
that.
over rocks.
You guys just want me to, after Dr. Stone leaves, do you want me to
Oh,
do that for like
this is
20 minutes? Just make that noise into the microphone?
Angry
So-
It'll put someone to sleep, right?
What are we calling this guy? Rico Salty?
Rico's
Salty.
Rico.
Rico, short for Ricardio.
Salty.
SN8 is about to do a 12.5 kilometer test flight. Supernatural season 8, aren't they like on 12?
I thought they ended.
They did.
Naturally, or is it?
I thought they were
I think
like
we're referring
done.
to something else.
I know we are. Because I'm Josh and
I don't think that's what the.
I love pretending to misunderstand people. It makes my life much more
I think the
interesting.
centipede is biting itself.
Really? Hey, tell them to stop that. Say, cut that
Yeah.
out.
Don't
that out.
ruin our SEM images later when we put you in gold. and-
No, can you do the
Put you
nail
in
tapping
timeout.
sound?
Oh, the nail tapping.
Yeah.
For the rest of the time, you guys can just sit here and Mallory can make, noises into the microphone for you. In fact, why don't you take over whatever it is you want to do here? I don't know if you want to do anything more. Are we over?
I don't really have anything to do other than the mystery ones for you, but if you gotta go, then it's
How about we put the mystery ones in and then you have to figure out what they are? Erg.
Oh, slowly, sorry. Jeez, that was a little
I
demanding.
know. I mean, you're making ASMR noises. You got to do what they want, I guess.
Too many hot chicks on here. That's what I'm doing.
Who should we raid somebody? Should we do that? And we can end.
I think Numb the Geek is live. We haven't
None of the
rated
Geek is on the same time as me every time.
I know. Turtles and Chill. Are we gonna do Turtles and Chill someday?
No, why do you want to raid the turtles?
It's literally gonna be like 2 seconds of peace before they get a log off and go watch who they actually want to watch.
We can do Dr. WD-40. We can do Allison. Let's do Allison B. Wild. She's doing travel and outdoors.
Ooh, there you go.
Really?
Yeah,
What's that
she
mean?
does cool stuff.
Allison B. Wild.
Yeah, she's gonna
B.
she's gonna
L
she's gonna be wild.
is for the way you look.
It looks like she's
at
on a boat,
me.
She's on a. Yeah, like
a catamaran or something. Is she on a
It's
catamaran?
the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than
You
any.
signed up for this.
I think I did it backwards. E. I think
Oh, is it a kayak or?
I tried to.
I think maybe it's a kayak.
It looks like a kayak.
Yeah, that's a
She
kayak.
Has a fun. That looks cool. I think
love it.
kayak.
All right, we're gonna go. Yeah, she's got a fun stream. We're gonna go. We're gonna raid
Sounds like
Allison.
a manatee hunt.
Oh, there's.
She's hunting manatees.
I know a thing or two about
I'm
manatees.
just looking for manatees.
We do that.
Just one thing.
And then we were going to send our viewers over to see her viewers. So I want to thank all the people who followed today, and for Mallory for hanging out during her finals week here with us, and also for Sarah for guest starring on our episode, and Open Set and Pacific Plankton and Del Maximum, regular stream visiting people, and also helping moderate the channel. And we'll catch you guys again from the SEM on Saturday. You're going to be here for that?
Mhm.
So on Saturday. And then I probably will do maybe a little night stream. We haven't done a Minecraft stream with Sylvia in a while, so maybe we'll do one of those. And maybe we'll have a team
Is
of
it
people.
cool to see you, Sarah?
Oh.
Yeah.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey, Dale.
It's cool to have guests on, even if we
Ooh.
have to wear masks.
Hold on, let me use a K-pop emoji before we go.
You better hurry up.
I only have one.
This raid is coming, whether you like it or not.
Got it. It hearts for everyone.
Okay, there we go. All right, everybody. We will catch you later, and And thanks for visiting and hanging out.
Bye-bye.
Now we go.
L is for the way you look. Excuse me. But me. Oh.
Wait.
Is for the